everybody, it's Saturday, which means it's time for Fighting Fantasy. We are still continuing with our season of Forest of Doom. Welcome everybody, thank you for joining me today. What is the Forest of Doom? If you're new here and have no idea what the Forest of Doom is, it's a classic fighting fantasy book written by Ian Livingstone. It's a choose your own adventure style book, which means that the player will be playing as an adventurer, making some choices on their adventure as they go. Each choice will affect the rest of their journey, with some choices steering them in the direction of victory and some choices leading them far away from what they need, from the victory exit. So they'll go off on a little tangent, a little wild goose chase, much to my delight. Which is great. And it is a Forest of Doom, so it's very dangerous in there. When the player does indeed have to face something dangerous, we'll be battling with some dice. I'll be rolling for the adventure. I won't be rolling for the adventurer, I'll be rolling for the enemies. You'd think I'd know how to do this by now. I'll be rolling for the enemies. The adventurer will be rolling for themselves. We'll both roll at the same time, add our skill modifier, and whoever has the highest total will get to deal some damage. Such a pro streamer, I know. Such a pro streamer. Yeah, we keep rolling, we keep battling until one of us dies. So far no one has died. This isn't a very deadly adventure, unfortunately. No one has died. Kiki, welcome in! Kiki was my adventurer last week. Thank you for popping in, my darling. Thank you so much. You did really well last week. So yes, you did survive. So far everyone has survived. No one has died. God damn it. When will someone die? Maybe today. Maybe today. Yes, so we keep doing that until someone dies. At the moment everyone has finished their adventure, but not everyone has finished with the things that they needed. So this season is all about getting some quest items and delivering them to a location. So far everyone has finished, but only 2 people have managed to get the quest items and deliver them to the location. And those 2 people are Dana Rex and Ninja Monkey. Ninja Monkey holds the top time, so he holds the leaderboard, the top of the leaderboard. So we're just going to keep going with the rest of the season, see if anyone can knock Ninja Monkey off the top today. Gosh, words are hard for Vicky today. I don't know why words are so hard. The winner of this season will win a copy of the book, The Forest of Doom, so they can either play it for themselves or they can run it for someone else. And these books are meant to be played by yourself, so they're meant to be just a solo adventure that you go on. But I'd much prefer this, what's the word I'm looking for? This dynamic. I much prefer to be like the narrator, just stopping by to wish you a great stream. Thank you, my darling. Hope you have a lovely Saturday. It's so nice out there today. You wouldn't think it in this dungeon I've got going on, but it is beautiful and sunny out there, and I'm kind of hoping to go for a walk later and then make the most of the sun tomorrow, hopefully. But yes, I digress. So we're just going to see if someone can beat Ninja Monkey. The winner of the season will get the book. And I've also ordered a load of my merch stickers, so whoever wins will also get some stickers as well from my merch store, which I always forget to plug the merch. Hey Meeps, how you doing? I always forget to plug the merch, but I do have merch. It says Death Trap Dungeon merch is available now. Death Trap Dungeon merch is available now, but I've also added in some Forest of Doom merch, so I need to change that. I need to change that command. But, Phoenix, how you doing, darling? Thank you so much for popping in. You get to see the magic that is me. Oh, Phoenix, you're one of my favourite people to watch at the moment. Anyhow, so yes, the winner will get the book and some stickers. As always, the music is provided by the amazing Sirenscape, who I now work for, which is insane to me. But yes, all of the music and sounds and lovely ambience that you'll hear today is provided by Sirenscape, so go and check them out if you want to get a free trial and try it for yourself, or add a few sounds in to your tabletop game. Go and check them out. Tell them Vicky sent you. You don't need to tell them Vicky sent you. Oh man, I'm such a random person. I'm in such a strange mood today, but that's probably because of my guest. My guest is also a bit crazy and random, and we're going to have a jolly good time today. So we're playing Forest of Doom. I've done all the shout outs for everyone I need to shout out. That's good. Let's crack on. Let's meet the adventurer. Vicky just waffles, honestly, she does. Let's meet the adventurer. How are you? See, I told you, I'm just as nervous as you are. I just ramble on. Tell us who you are.
Oh God, well hi Gigi, Vicky, and hello fellow adventurers. I am ready for singing, but today I'm ready for adventuring. Yeah!
Oh, indeed, yes! Oh, and you've never done this before? You've never done any fighting fantasy or anything like that before?
Oh, this is my first time and I'm nervous, and I was nervous beforehand, but now I'm even more nervous knowing I could be the first one to die on a quest.
I hope you're going to be the first to die. Mwahaha. Ah, that's something I always forget to say. He's got one life. The adventurer has got only one life. The audience can grant the adventurer a bonus life or a potion of teleportation, which will teleport them to a very useful location. So if you donate £10, they will get a bonus. Do you have a stabby stick? Yes, you do have a stabby stick.
I have a clubby stick.
Clubby stick. But thanks, Mayor of Meeps Volvenia. Thank you for stopping by today, and thank you, Phoenix, for stopping by. Contractually obliged, but would use it anyway. Thank you, my darling. And you use it so well. Right. Bashy stick, then. Yeah, definitely a bashy stick. I'm all over the place today. I don't know what's wrong with me.
It's the excitement.
It is the excitement of having you on, yes, for sure.
Thank you.
And you know what? I love having people on who've never done anything like this before. I love introducing people to fighting fantasy and all of that. So let's see. So I've given you a shout out there. You were playing the Room 2 yesterday. I did see that, and you absolutely nailed it.
That was amazing. It was a rarity. I do love my puzzle games, and that was immensely good.
You were really good at it as well. I love puzzle games, but I am rubbish at them. Okay, so you are playing as Ready for Adventuring today. Shall we roll some stats for your adventurer?
Let's roll some dice.
Let's roll some dice. Okay, so first we need to work out your skill score. So you need to roll 1 dice.
High number. 3.
Okay, and add 6 to that, so you've got a skill of 9.
Marvelous. Average, I'll take it.
Yeah, it's fairly average. Everyone's rolled really high skill this season, so you've probably got the lowest skill of the season so far.
Oh.
Let's roll for your stamina and see how much health your adventurer has got. So roll both dice, so 2 dice.
High number. 11!
And you're going to add 12 to that.
23!
Oh my goodness, so you've got very high stamina. And then luck is just 1 dice. 1 dice and add 6 for your luck. Anyone in the chat, so Phoenix or Meeps, have you played Fighting Fantasy before? Either of you?
Rolly dice of luck says 5.
You've got 5 and you're going to add 6 to that.
11.
So you are okay with skill. So your swordsmanship or bashy stickmanship is okay, fairly good. You're still a bit of a newbie with that. Very high health at 23 and very high luck with 11. Meep says they've never played. Well, I hope that you enjoy this. I absolutely love it. This is the 2nd season, so we did Death Trap Dungeon last season. If you want to check that out, you can go and watch it all on YouTube. Plug in the YouTube there as well. So you can watch all of Death Trap Dungeon and all of the seasons so far on YouTube. And I've already got the next 2 seasons planned out, so I absolutely love doing this. Okie dokie. So, you will start your adventure with the bare minimum of equipment. But you may find or buy other items during your travels. You're armed with a bashy stick, you're dressed in leather armour, and you have a backpack to hold your provisions. Okay, so you start your adventure with 10 provisions, and you can eat them at any time as long as you're not engaged in battle. And they will restore 4 stamina each. So you've got 10 provisions to take with you. You can also take a magical potion with you, which will aid you on your quest. Each bottle contains enough for 2 measures, so you can take the potion twice, but you can only take one of the following potions. So you can take a potion of skill, a potion of strength, or a potion of fortune. The potion of skill will restore all of your skill points. The potion of strength will restore all of your stamina points. And the potion of fortune will restore all of your luck points and add 1 to the initial score. So which would you like to take? Also, bonjour, Crimea, ça va?
Bonjour, Crimea.
Bonjour. Phoenix says, first time ever watching. Always excited to see a new system. This is kind of a system that I've cooked up for myself. These books are meant to be played on your lonesome, on your Todd. They're meant to be a solo adventure, but I like being the narrator and having an
You like to
adventure.
kill people.
I do like to kill people and torture people, yes. And I'd love to be a DM, but I'm a very, very lazy DM. I don't like to plan anything. I much prefer to be an adventurer when playing D&D. Just rock up to the table with my sheet and my dice. So this is the only time that I get to be a DM of sorts. So yes, sorry, which potion are you taking, my darling?
I think I will take I'll take the luck potion.
Take the luck potion. So you've got a luck potion, and you can use that twice. And again, you can take that at any time as long as you are not engaged in battle.
Fab.
Luck potion is best potion. Yes, I always take luck as well. So Crimea is actually going to be my adventurer in a couple of weeks. If you're still okay for that, Crimea, if you're still good for that. Crimea actually won last season. So
A skilled adventurer.
He's a very skilled adventurer. Definitely one to look out for. You're still on? Wicked. Awesome. Okay, so you're going to be heading into the Forest of Doom, also known as Darkwood Forest. There's one true way through Darkwood Forest, and it's going to take you several attempts. But today you'll only get one attempt. If you decide to come back at a later date, that's absolutely fine. But you're going to need to make a map. It's going to be very, very useful. Not all areas of the forest will contain treasure. Some will merely contain traps and creatures. Yes, which you'll no doubt fall foul of. There are many wild goose chase passages, and while you may indeed progress through to your ultimate destination, it's by no means certain that you'll find what you are searching for. The one true way will involve a minimum of risk, and any player, no matter how weak on their initial dice roll, should be able to get through fairly easily. We'll see. So Ready for Adventuring has rolled the lowest skill so far this season, so we'll see how they fare. So may the luck of the gods go with you on your adventure, and may your stamina never fail.
Yes.
And I see you've got a little helper there with you today as well, a little Pikachu in the background.
Detective Pikachu. He's ready to potentially find all the secrets in all the routes that I may miss.
Okay.
Almost like our room adventure last night. He's going to keep his eye out for all the little tidbits.
Oh, it's very good then. It's very helpful. May the odds be ever in your favour, indeed. And guys, feel free to get involved. If you've got any helpful hints or suggestions, you feel free to go ahead. Oh my god, there's Pikachu emotes! Holy crap, holy! Ah, amazing! I've never seen those before. That's wicked. Thanks for using those, Phoenix.
That's
awesome. So yeah, guys, feel free to get involved, weigh in with some suggestions or whatever you like.
Just help me.
Yeah. Okay, so the top time to beat is 1 hour, 31 minutes and 23 seconds. So if you want to be top of the leaderboard, all you've got to do is beat that time. There is a timer at the bottom of the screen there. I'm not going to start it just yet. I will start it at a very crucial moment where Ready for Adventuring will make their first choice, and we'll go from there. Little sippy of tea before we get cracking. Let's find out how you came to be in Darkwood Forest. Also, guys, are the sound levels okay? I haven't messed with them. I've kind of locked them as they were last week because I was very happy with the sound levels last week. Hopefully they are all okay this week. Please let me know if they're not. Okay, ready for adventuring.
Yes.
You are an adventurer, a sword for hire, and have been roaming the northern borderlands of your kingdom. Having always spurned the dullness of village life, you now wander the lands in search of wealth and danger. Despite the long walks and rough outdoor life, you're content with your unknown destiny. The world holds no fears for you, as you are a skillful warrior well practiced in the art of slaying evil men and beasts with your trusty stabby stick. Not once during the last 10 days since entering the northern borderlands have you set eyes upon another person. This does not worry you at all, as you're happy with your own company, and you enjoy the slow sunny days hunting, eating and sleeping. It's evening, and having feasted on a dinner of rabbit, spit roasted over an open fire, you settle down to sleep beneath your sheepskin blanket. There's a full moon, and the light sparkles on the blade of your stabby stick. It says sword, but I prefer stabby stick. You gaze at it, wondering when you will next have to wipe the blood of some vile creature from its sharp edges. These are strange lands, inhabited by weird and loathsome beasts, goblins, trolls, and even dragons. As the flame of your campfire gently dies, you begin to drift asleep, and images of green-faced trolls flicker through your mind. Suddenly, in the bushes to your left, you hear the loud crack of a twig breaking under a clumsy foot. You leap up and grab your stabby stick from the ground. You stand motionless but alert, ready to pounce on your unseen adversary. Then you hear a groan, followed by the dull thud of a body falling to the ground. Is it a trap? Slowly you walk over to the bush where the noise is coming from and carefully pull back the branches. You look down to see a little old man with a great bushy beard, his face contorted with pain. You crouch down to remove the iron helmet covering his head, and you notice 2 crossbow bolts protruding from the stomach of his plump chainmail-clad torso. Picking him up, you carry him over to the fire and stir the dying embers back into life. After covering him with your blankets, you manage to get the old man to drink a little water. He coughs and moans. He sits up rigid, eyes staring fixedly ahead. And now you get to hear my wonderful voice acting. And there'll be plenty more of this exact accent in the next season, so enjoy. I'll get them! I'll get them, don't you fear, Gillibran. Bigleg is coming to bring you the hammer. Oh, yes, indeed I am, oh, yes. The dwarf, whose name you presume to be Bigleg, is obviously delirious from the poison-tipped bolts lodged in his stomach. You watch as he slumps down again. It's a bloody dwarf! Yes, so foul-mouthed it is. You watch as he slumps down against the ground, and then you whisper his name into his ear. Bigleg. His eyes stare unblinkingly at you as he again starts to shout, Ambush! Look out! Ambush! Ah, the hammer! Take the hammer to Gillibran! Save the dwarves! His eyes half closed and the pain seems to ease a little, and as the delirium subsides, he speaks to you again in a low whisper. Help us, friend. Take the hammer to Gillibran. Only the hammer will unite our people against the trolls. We were on our way to Darkwood in search of the hammer, ambushed by the little people. Others killed. The map in my pouch will take you to the home of Yastromo, the master mage of these parts. He has great magics for sale to protect you against the creatures of Darkwood. Take my gold, I beg of you. Find the hammer. Take it to Gillibran, my lord of Stonebridge, and you'll be well rewarded. Bigleg opens his mouth to start another sentence, but nothing comes out except his last dying breath. You sit down and ponder Bigleg's words. Who is Gillibran? Who is Yastromo? And what is all this fuss about a dwarvish hammer? You reach over to the still body of Bigleg and remove the pouch from his leather belt around his waist. Inside you find 30 gold pieces, so you can add that to your adventure sheet. And you also find this map. So you've now got 30 gold pieces and a semi-useful map. You jingle the coins in your hand and think of the possible rewards which may await you just for returning a hammer to a village of dwarves. You decide to find the hammer in Darkwood Forest. It has been a few weeks since your last good battle, and what's more, you're likely to be well paid for this one. With your mind made up, you settle down to sleep, having taken the sheepskin blanket back from poor Bigleg. In the morning, you bury the old dwarf and gather up your possessions. You decide to examine the map. You look up to the sun, find your bearings, and whistling merrily, you head off south at a good pace, eager to meet the man Yastromo and see what he has to offer. Time for a little drinky. Cheers. Okay. Your walk to Yastromo's takes little over half a day, and you arrive at a stone tower home, dirty and hungry. Sight for sore eyes. No one's used that command in ages. Oh my god. Thank you. You arrive at a stone tower home, hungry and dirty, as the tower is set back on the edge of the Darkwood some 50 metres away from the path that you've been following. It's difficult to find. Finally, you walk up to the huge oak door, somewhat relieved to find that it does exist and that Bigleg had not been speaking wildly in his delirium. A large brass bell and gong hang from the stone archway. As you ring the bell, a shiver runs down your spine, and you realise that the loud bong invades a deep silence that you'd not heard before. There are no sounds of birds or animals to be heard. You wait anxiously at the door and hear slow footsteps descending the stairs from the tower above. A small wooden slot opens in the door, and two eyes appear and examine you.
Well, who are you?
Demands a grumpy voice through the hole. You answer that you're an adventurer in search of the Master Mage Yastromo, intending to purchase magical items from him to combat the creatures of Darkwood Forest.
Well, in that case, if you're interested in buying some of my merchandise, you'd better come up. I am Yastromo.
He turns and slowly climbs the stone stairs, ready for adventuring. Would you like to follow him up the stairs, or draw your sword and attack him?
I will follow him up the stairs.
Okay, I'm going to give you some page numbers. You may wish to write them down if you want to. You're going to turn to page 261. Let's see what awaits you here. You follow the huffing and puffing old man in his tattered robes up the spiral staircase to a large room at the top of the tower. Shelves, cupboards and cabinets line the walls, all filled with bottles, jars, weapons, armour and all manner of strange artefacts. Yastromo shuffles past the general clutter and slumps down in an old oak chair. He reaches into his top pocket and pulls out a fragile pair of gold-rimmed spectacles. Placing these on his nose, he picks up a piece of slate and chalk from a table next to his chair and begins to write frantically. He then hands you this slate. Sight for Sore Eyes says reset lives to 3. Nope, you know how this works. The adventurer only gets 1 life this season. It's up to the audience if they want to grant him a bonus life by donating £10. So far no one's died, so we'll see. But Ready for Singing does have the lowest skill of the season. Yeah, no worries, Sight. Thank you for pointing it out though. Okay, so you have a shopping list here. You've got 30 gold pieces to spend, so spend them wisely. You can buy a potion of healing, a potion of plant control, a potion of stillness, a potion of insect control, a potion of anti-poison, holy water, a ring of light, boots of leaping, a rope of climbing, a net of entanglement, an armband of strength, gloves of missile dexterity, a rod of water finding, garlic buds, a headband of concentration, fire capsules or nose filters. Got all of those things to choose from. You can ask for help as well, and the audience can suggest things if they want to.
Yep, I'll put it towards my fellow adventurers. What should I purchase for my great journey?
What do you think would be handy in the Forest of Doom?
Forest of Doom.
A dangerous adventure awaits. And this is the only time that you'll get to buy things.
I will take a potion of healing as per Meep Sylvania's suggestion. Sight for Sore Eyes says anti-poison. I will take one of those.
Okay, so that's 2 gold. The healing is 3 gold, so that's 5 gold altogether you've spent. You've got 30 to spend, and it's totally up to you if you spend it all or save some.
Depending on how long my journey will take, I may require the Ring of Light. I fear I may end in the darkness. I'll take the Ring of Light. Sight for Sore Eyes says the Rope of Climbing. I may go for that as well. Yes, I will take the Rope of Climbing.
Okay.
I will attempt the Fire Capsules.
Okay. You're probably going to want water too. We'll see.
Okay, we'll take a vial of holy water.
I think there's not one of those. There is a rod of water finding, though.
Okay, we'll take that then.
Oh no, there is holy water. Sorry, there is holy water. Yep, you're right. I always forget about that one. Garlic buds come with a side of garlic bread. No, unfortunately not.
Oh, I was tempted because of that. I have a sense that I may need to find a certain treasure, and the Headband of Concentration may assist me. So I will go for the Headband of Concentration.
Okay.
And how many gold do I have left?
I've not been keeping count.
Okay. Anti-poison. Right, I'm adding them all up.
Oh yeah, no worries. I'm just the narrator. I'm not a calculator.
That's right. That's where I come in handy.
Yeah. Meep says I was more suggesting the water rod, but you know, you do you.
Yeah. I have spent 20 so far.
Cool.
I'm going to do the Net of Entanglement. Seven left.
Also, thanks for tuning in, everyone. I've got some new people in here, so it's really nice to have you come and check me out. Reddy is very nearly a calculator. I'm not a calculator in the slightest. Maths is hard.
I'll take the Potion of Stillness.
Nice. That's another 3 gold there.
I have 4 left if I'm adding correctly. Garlic buds, gloves of missile dexterity. I've got the rope of climb. I get the boots of leaping are, to coin a phrase, leaping out at me. I'll take the boots of leaping.
Okay.
With my last 2 gold, I shall partake in... Do I take the gloves? Or the garlic buds? Not knowing what I may encounter in this forest. I shall risk the gloves of missile dexterity. And that should be my full 30.
Okay. Yastromo asks the reason for the purchase of the items, and you tell him your story and your decision to continue the quest of the luckless Bigleg.
Ah, yes.
Yastromo says slowly, rubbing his chin.
I heard that the good dwarves of Stonebridge had lost their fabled warhammer. Without it, their king is unable to rouse his people, despite the fact that the hill trolls threaten their village. Rumour has it that an envious king of another village of dwarves sent an eagle to Stonebridge to steal the hammer, which it managed to do. But as it flew back over Darkwood, it was attacked by death orcs, and the hammer dropped into the forest and was lost. Apparently 2 forest goblins found the hammer, but couldn't decide who was to keep it. They wrestled for hours and gave up. Then they discovered that the head had unscrewed from the handle, and the argument was settled. One kept the head, the other kept the handle. and then they parted, each happy with their new treasure. Who knows if they still have them? So I'm afraid your problems are doubled. I can tell you that the head is made of bronze, and the handle is made of polished ebony. Both head and handle have the letter G inscribed on them. Your task is not going to be easy. Good luck.
You thank Yastromo and you leave the room by the spiral staircase. And we're going to turn to page 177. Outside in the bright light you notice the dead quietness again. A narrow path leads northwards from the tall grass surrounding Yastromo's tower and into the dense undergrowth of Darkwood Forest. In a few strides you are surrounded by the dark and tangled forest. Stones and knotted roots seem to hide in the shadows, and you can almost believe that they are trying to trip you up. The light fades quickly and the air becomes moist and unpleasant. Deeper and deeper you go, into the gloom. Eventually the path forks on either side of a huge old tree. Would you like to go west or would you like to go east?
I shall venture to the west.
He's going to go west, guys. Page 289. The narrow, overgrown path continues to weave its way through the crowded forest. Strange animal cries echo through the trees. It's not long before you arrive at another junction in the path. Do you wish to continue west or turn north?
I shall continue to the west.
If you reunite the pieces, that'll be GG. Oh my god, Phoenix, yes. Okay, so he's going to continue west. Page 76. The path turns suddenly to the right and then proceeds northwards into the dense undergrowth. Turn to 206. Oh, that's weird. Why did it not do it for you? Let me try it. Bop. Maybe it has like an individual cooldown for people. Okay, 206. Suddenly off the path to your left you hear cries for help. Do you wish to go to the aid of the person in trouble or ignore the cries and continue your journey north?
I shall go and examine the cries for help.
Okay, page 253. Clambering over the gnarled roots of the old trees, you head in the direction of the cries. After a few minutes, you see a man dressed in long dark robes, with his foot caught in a rusted rabbit snare. His face is masked by the robes, and only his dark brown eyes are visible. Do you want to help the man to free his foot from the snare, or decide against helping him, return to the path and head north? To help or not to help in the Forest of Doom?
I could well gain an ally or some good advice. I will take my chances and I will assist the gent.
Okay, page 344, you're going to help him. You wedge your sword between the jaws of the snare and pull on it like a lever. The robed stranger adds his own strength and finally the snare springs open. He thanks you over and over again and explains that he's in the forest looking for his long-lost brother, who he thinks is living the life of a hermit somewhere in its depths. Together you scramble back over the roots of the trees to the path. You ask him to accompany you north, but he politely declines, saying that he believes his brother lives to the south. You shake hands and bid each other farewell. Turn to page 36. Quest Junkies! Hey! Thank you, my darling, for popping in. How are you? Thinking about the robed stranger, you feel a little uncomfortable. There was something about his manner that you just didn't trust. You stop to take a look inside your backpack and are annoyed to find that something is missing. The man was a thief. Deduct either all of your remaining gold or 2 of your magic items that you've purchased from Yaztromo. These are the things the thief took, and you're in 2 minds whether or not to run after the thief, but you sense that he will not be where he said he was going. Doing good, thanks. Glad to catch your stream. Thank you, my darling. Got so many lovely people stopping by today. Okay, so what are you going to lose? What did the thief take from you?
Well, as I had no gold left to lose, I guess it'll have to be items.
Indeed.
Let's see. I will go with... I will lose the fire capsules. And the potion of stillness.
That gosh darn thief. You curse, and you start to head off north to page 187. Question, Junkies, did you ever play any of these? Did you ever play any Fighting Fantasy? Walking along the twisting path, you see a small sinewy creature with brown scaly skin sitting on a log on the right of the path. He has a sullen expression on his face, and he slowly tosses a black shiny rod on a leather cord back and forth between his hands. He might well be one of the goblins that you're looking for. Do you want to draw your sword and attack the goblin? Try to start a conversation with the goblin, or ignore him and continue walking north?
Rather than leaping to conclusions and drawing the sword, I shall attempt a conversation first.
Okay, well, you are looking for a goblin. So let's have a little chat with the goblin, shall we? Page 203. As you start to speak, the goblin looks up and smiles. Then he starts to metamorphose before your very eyes. He becomes taller and turns green. A thick, spiny tail extends from his back. His arms thicken, and his hands grow into sharp claws. His face distorts and becomes reptilian with red eyes, a wide mouth, and dozens of razor-sharp teeth. He's not a goblin. He's a shape changer, and you must fight him. We're heading into combat! Woohoo! First combat of the episode. Cool. Okay. So, on your adventure sheet, you will have some monster encounter boxes. So, if you just pop in the stats for the shape changer, he has a skill of 10 and a stamina of 10. So, I am going to be tracking his stamina. So, you can track it, but I'll also be tracking it. We're going to roll our dice at the same time, so both dice, and we're going to add our skill modifier. So, your skill is 9. So, roll both dice, add 9, and let me know what the total number is. If I hit you, I will deal 2 damage. If you hit me, you'll deal 2 damage. You can use luck to do more damage if you want to. You do have a luck potion, so feel free to use that luck, but it is risky. Okay, let's head into battle with a shape changer with a skill of 10 and a stamina of 10. Let's go.
Okay, I have rolled a 6.
Plus your 9? So that's a 15. Cool, I rolled a 20, so I hit you. So deduct 2 from your stamina. I'm rolling high today.
I rolled an 11.
I have rolled a... Did you add that... Sorry, is that with your skill or without?
Without skill, so that's 20 total.
Okay, so if you could just give me the total each time, that would be amazing.
Yep.
I've also rolled 20, so nothing happens. This is going to be tough.
I have a 19.
Oh, I have a 15, so you deal some damage to me. So I'm now on 8 stamina. If you want to use luck to deal more damage, you can.
I will try my luck one more time without the luck.
Okay, if you Without the luck. Okay, cool. I was going to teach you how to use luck. So just you let me know when you'd like to use that.
I'll have one more roll. I have 18.
I rolled a 15, so you hit. So he's on 6. So would you like to use your luck now to deal an extra damage?
I will attempt my luck, yes.
Okay, so with your luck, you roll both dice. Your luck score is currently 11. You need to roll an 11 or below to be lucky. And you'll land another hit, which is another 2 stamina if you're lucky.
Let's roll. 6.
Yes, you are lucky, but your luck now goes down to 10. But you did deal 2 extra damage to the shape changer, so he's on 4 health. 4.
Okay, I shall roll again.
Roll again.
18.
Ooh, I rolled a 17. He's on 2 health. You only need to hit him one more time, and he's dead. Come on.
Come on, stabby stick. 19.
Ooh, I got a 16. Wicked, so he is dead.
Ah!
If you win, turn to 373. I'm just making note of some save points as we go. So that if you are resurrected, if you die and you are resurrected, you can resurrect yourself at a save point. So we're going to 373. You slump onto the log, exhausted after your long battle. Sadly, the black rod was just part of the shape changer's illusion, and it exists no more. However, you notice some violet mushrooms growing behind the log. They are unfamiliar to you, but they look tasty. Would you like to eat some of the mushrooms, or continue north?
I do not trust the mushrooms. I'm going to continue north.
Okay, continue north to page 148. So for those of you who are new, this is Fighting Fantasy. We do these every Saturday at 1 PM UK time. This is season 2. So season 1 we did a book called Death Trap Dungeon. For season 2 we've done Forest of Doom. We're only on this is episode 9, and we're only doing 12 episodes, so we're almost at the end of the season. And then we'll take a little bit of a break, and then we'll do another book for season 3, and we'll just keep going. I already have season 3 and 4 planned, so yeah, there will be more. Mushrooms. What did I say we were going to? 147.
148.
148. Blah, mushrooms. 148. The path continues north and you soon reach another junction. If you wish to continue north, you can, or you can head east.
Do I continue north or do I head east? As I'm heading in that direction, I'll continue north.
You are going to continue north. Page 97. I also don't like mushrooms. No. The path leads ever northwards. Hi, Liam. How are you? The path leads ever northwards, but at last the trees are beginning to thin out, and they appear less menacing as daylight starts to stream through between them. On the right-hand side of the path, you see an old oak chair covered with moss. You can sit in the chair and rest and eat if you wish, or you can continue to press on northwards.
I don't trust a moss-covered chair. I shall risk having a rest.
You don't trust the chair, but you're going to risk having a rest. Okay.
I've come off a hard battle. I might have a rest.
Cool. Page 328. Despite being made of hard oak, the chair is surprisingly comfortable. You start to eat, but instead of feeling stronger, you start to feel weaker. You're sitting in a chair of life draining, and it drains 4 points of stamina from you. despite eating a portion of your provisions. So you now only have 9 provisions, but you are 4... you're 4 stamina less. Yeah. Should have trusted his instincts, right, guys?
Damn. I'm
If
down
you are
17 stamina.
If you're still alive, you manage to climb slowly out of the chair and stagger northwards along the path to page 118. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Page 118. Those are some great emotes. The path eventually emerges from the trees onto a vast plain. Beyond, you see rising ground leading to low hills. The waist-high grasses on either side of the path sway gently in the warm breeze. All is peaceful, and the dangers ahead seem unimportant. You are enjoying your walk, when suddenly the silence is broken by a squealing off to the right of the path. You can see a path being made through the grass by an unseen beast, which is moving quickly towards you. You draw your sword in readiness. A few yards ahead of you, a large brown pig-like creature bursts out onto the path and halts there. Oh god. Hey Alucia, how are you today? It has 2 long tusks protruding from a short stubby snout. Steam rises into the air from its sweating body. Its small eyes look at you before it puts its head down, ready to charge at you. You must fight a wild boar. Ah! It has a skill of 6 and a stamina of 5. It's enraged. It's not happy. Okay, so same as before, roll both dice and add your skill and let me know the total.
15.
I got a 12, so you hit it.
$14.
What did I get? 12. So you hit it again. It's just like the balls you deal with in 7 days. You got, yeah, you're fine. He only needs to hit it one more time and it's dead anyway.
14 again.
Got a 13, so it's dead. Deaded. If you win, turn to page 174. As you draw your sword from the carcass of the wild boar, you wonder what made it attack you. In the distance you hear the sound of barking dogs. Perhaps it was being hunted, and being trapped, it made its last stand against you. Yeah, that's dinner sorted. Nice. Perhaps, I've done that bit. Through the nose of the boar, you see a large gold ring, which you cut loose and you place in your backpack. It's worth 10 gold pieces. Nice. Add 1 luck point, so you're now back up to 11 luck. And turn to page 323. That's going to be a tasty dinner. Oh, all of the lovely people are in today. You walk around to the front. Oh no, 323. You walking north, you soon arrive at a junction in the path. You can continue north, you can go west, or you can go east. A bacon sandwich. Oh man, I'd love like a pulled pork bath or pork and apple and stuffing like that. Oh my god. Okay, so you can continue north, you can go west, or you can go east.
Well, if I remember correctly, the 2 pieces of the hammer are at the east and the west. So I'm going to continue back to the west.
Go west. Turn to 99. So I do have some commands that the chat can use as well. If you do ! west, I'll get a lovely little thing. Reminds me of all the delicious looking boar in the Asterix books. Oh man.
Oh yes.
Okay, page 99. Ahead you see that the path ends at a door of a large hut made of dried mud. It has a domed roof and a single window. You peer through the window and see a large man with dark skin sitting at a table in the middle of the hut. He's bare-chested and is flexing the muscles of his arms. If you wish to enter the hut, you can, or you can return to the junction in the path.
I will enter the hut and try my luck.
Enter the hut. Page 209. Yeah, I want pulled pork now. I'm really hungry now. Gosh darn it, you guys. As you enter the hut, the man smiles. He looks pleased to see you and starts to speak in a deep voice, which obviously I don't have, but I'll try my best. Welcome, stranger. My name is Quinn, and I earn my living by my arms. Would you care for a little wager, perhaps, at arm wrestling? Do you wish to accept the arm wrestling challenge, or do you wish to decline his offer, politely refuse, and return to the junction in the path?
Well, he sounds like a pleasant gentleman. There's nothing wrong with a little hearty competition. Let us accept.
Page 28 to accept the challenge. Do you possess an armband of strength?
I do not.
Oh dear. Page 266. Quinn explains that he will wager some dust of levitation against any item or coins to the value of 10 gold pieces. You sit down at the table opposite him, you put your elbow on the table, and you lock hands. His grip is like an iron vice, and his dark eyes look confident. His biceps bulge, and he gives the signal for the contest to begin. Roll 2 dice. You love a highlight reel, Phoenix? Well, stick around. My BRB screen is highlights and bloopers from last season. So that will happen at some point when we need to take a break. Okay, so roll 2 dice. What did you get?
10.
Okay, that is higher than your skill. He is strong and will not give in easily. You must roll successfully against your skill score 2 more times before you're able to push his arm down.
2 more times, okay. 9.
9. The number rolled is less than or equal to your skill score, and you manage with great effort to push his arm down slightly. You need to win again 1 more time. Hookman is too strong. Exactly.
Come on. 9!
Ooh, excellent. Let's see. You are successful and turn to page 354. Quinn shakes his head in disbelief. He stands up and walks silently to a wooden chest at the back of the hut. He lifts the lid and pulls out a small glass vial. He hands it to you and walks back to the table where he slumps in his chair, looking thoroughly dejected. You've got to think, this guy has trained his whole life to be great at arm wrestling, and you just waltzed in and beat him. No, I think one more person did defeat the man without armband assistance, but I think, considering how low Ready for Singing's skill is, this is quite a feat. The dust in the vial sparkles in the light, and you put it into your backpack and you leave the hut. Outside, you walk back to the junction in the path, turning to page 349.
What did I earn? The dust of enchantment.
Dust of levitation.
Levitation.
You did a thing! Exactly. 349 we're heading to. You think you'd be banned if you had Eclipse Reel? Question keys. I haven't watched enough of your streams to know, but I very, very, very much enjoyed your honey heist the other day. That was hilarious. Okay, so you arrive back at the crossroads. You ignore the way south, which heads back into the forest, and now you may go north or continue east.
Let us attempt. West has not been doing well. North has got us nowhere. Let's attempt the east.
Okay, let's continue east to page 102. I'm going to give you a clap there for beating Quinn at an arm wrestle.
Oh.
Oh, I'm not actually typing anything. Come on, Vicky. Such a pro streamer. I'm sure that won't be a problem, question keys. Walking along the path, you notice marks in the ground which have been made by the hooves of a horse heading east. You soon arrive at another junction in the path. The hoof marks lead south back into the forest, and you decide that you're going to head north. Turning to page 105. In the distance, to the right of the path, you see large birds circling in the sky. As you get closer, you recognise them to be vultures. Do you wish to step off the path to see what or whom the vultures are interested in, or ignore the vultures and continue walking north?
I will examine what the vultures are examining.
Okay, let's have a little look. Page 384. How do we know the horse was going south? It might have been walking backwards. Maybe. Ahead in the grass, as you hear a low moan, you look up to see that the vultures are patiently waiting overhead. A few steps further and you see the ugly sight of a huge man with muscles like knotted iron, staked out to the ground. His arms and legs are tied to 4 large wooden pegs driven deep into the ground. The man is naked except for a small loincloth, and his skin is badly blistered. Phoenix! Yes! We've got a bonus!
Ooh.
Heck yeah! Heck yeah! Did I class it as life or did I class it as bonus? I can't remember. Let's see.
Oh, thank you, Phoenix.
Did I do this? Nope, I did not. It was this one. Vicky needs to learn. Heck yeah! We've got a bonus!
Woo!
Wicked! Thank you, my darling. You now
Thank
have a
you,
bonus.
Phoenix.
There you go. Again, pro streamer. Vicky knows what she's doing. Yes! You've been granted 1 bonus. Thank you, Phoenix.
Thank you.
So you can have that as a bonus life should you need it, or you can have that as a potion of teleportation, again, should you need it. Okay, his skin is badly blistered from the sun. His face and chest show the bloodied signs of some cruel torture. His captors will not have gained the information they sought from him because he is a barbarian. Renthal Games, 13 months? What? Hi, Renthal, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, so he's a barbarian. Do you wish to cut him free or leave him in his agony and return to the path and head north? No, don't worry about interrupting me. That's absolutely fine. Look at you with your shiny mug. It matches this one. Ta-da! You got your mug badge. I got this. There you go. Okay, do you want to cut him free or leave him to it?
I'm too good-hearted. I shall not leave him to suffer in vain. I shall cut him free.
Cut him free. Page 128. I can't read Japanese, Phoenix. What? You're going to have to teach me. What are you saying? 128. You cut the thick ropes, holding the barbarian. He grunts and sits up and rubs his wrist and ankles. He looks at you and sneers. He's either delirious or ungrateful. He pulls out one of the wooden stakes from the ground and turns ready to attack you. He has a skill of 9 and a stamina of 7.
Oh, ungrateful.
Ungrateful bugger. You need to start learning Japanese again. I've never started learning Japanese. Oh no, I did once, I think. Did I learn Japanese? The only thing I know how to say is Watashi wa Vicky desu. I think that's right. I think I'm learning Japanese again. Okay, we're in battle. Holy crap, we're in battle. That's not the right one. We need like a really cool. What have I got over here? I want a really cool noise. Oh, this'll do for a barbarian, right? Yeah, that'll do for a barbarian. Right, skill of 9, stamina 7. Let's roll.
$17.
I got an 18, so he hits you.
Ah. 16.
I also got a 16, so nothing happens.
16 again.
I also got 16, nothing happens. He's tough. He's a tough guy.
17.
A 13, so you hit him. Is he on 5 or 3 now? Did you hit him first time?
No, he's on 5.
Phew. I thought I'd missed one. I was like, no, come on, I can't have missed one.
18.
I got an... Oh, what did I get? Hang on, I think I got an 18. 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 18 for me too. God, maths.
We are
Nothing happens.
We are equally skilled.
We are.
19.
Only a 13 here, so you hit him. He's on 3 health. How's everyone enjoying the stream so far? You enjoying it, guys? Newbies, what do you think? Do you think I'll be back? What did you
14.
get? Oh, I got a 9, 14, 20.
Ooh.
You're loving it! Yay, question keys. Maybe I can get one as a guest for next season. If you'd like that. What did you get?
16.
I got a 12, no, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I got a 16 as well.
Oh,
Darn it!
16.
17.
Oh. Oh, I'm down to 11 stamina.
Uh-oh, so you've got your bonus life should you need it. You might be the first adventurer to die this season.
Ooh, 20.
Got a 16, he's on 1 health. Do you want to maximise that and use your luck?
I will give it a go.
Go
Yes,
for it.
I'll
Okay.
try my luck.
Roll both dice, you need to roll an 11 or below.
4.
Wicked. So your luck goes down to 10, but you finish him off. Oof. If you win, turn to page 272.
Exhilarating.
Wowzers, trousers. Do you need any provisions?
I think I'm okay for the moment. Probably something to increase my stamina if I can at some point, but I don't have any at the moment.
Okay, so your provisions will increase your stamina. So if you want to eat a provision, it will give you 4 stamina.
Okay, I will have a provision then. I'll use one of them.
Okay, page 272. This is the last time you're going to do anybody a favour for quite some time. Returning to the path, you head north again to page 394. Also, no worries, question keys. That's absolutely fine. What did I say? 394. Gradually, the grass around you becomes shorter, and the ground gently starts to rise. Ahead, you can hear the sound of a river, and soon you reach the banks of a flowing river. The river is very shallow, and stepping stones cross it to the far bank where the path continues north into the distance. Would you like to cross the river by the stepping stones, wade through the shallow water to cross the river? The stepping stones are wading through the water.
Okay, shallow water. I will take the stones.
Okay, page 66 to go by the stepping stones. You step carefully along the slippery stones to the other side of the river. You see that the path continues north up into the hills, but it's getting dark now and you decide to make camp for the night. You decide to settle down
But another
under a
happy little
large
bush.
solitary tree. Thank you for the lurk. Oh, a traditional pizza break. Gosh, yum. I love pizza. You build a large fire and you settle down to sleep with your wacky stick by your side. Turning to page 325. Let's see if you can survive the night. Let's see. You've been asleep for about an hour when the soft noise of flapping wings wakes you. You sit up and grab your sword, and in the light of the full moon, you see 3 large shapes flying towards you. They look like large bats, and as they swoop close, you see the unmistakable fangs of vampire bats. Do you possess any garlic buds?
No garlic buds.
No garlic buds. Turn to page 79. You stand with your back to the tree and prepare to fight the vampire bats. You fight them one at a time as they swoop down on you. Okay, the first vampire bat has a skill of 5 and a stamina of 5. The second vampire bat has a skill of 6 and a stamina of 5. And the third vampire bat is the biggest of them all. He has a skill of 5 and a stamina of 7. He's a big boy. Let's fight some bats. So they're going to attack you one at a time.
$18.
I got a 14.
$20.
Got a 10. Rubbish.
I'm getting exceptionally good numbers. How long's that going to last? Oh, 12.
I only got an 8.
Oh,
So the first one is gone. So now the second one comes in for an attack.
17.
16. You just about hit him. Could you imagine?
This is nerve-wracking.
You'll be fine.
16.
16 as well, so nothing happened.
16
Oh
again.
my God, same! 16 again. Nothing happens. This one's tricky.
Oh.
Smaller, but more nimble.
12.
I got a 13.
Oh. 13.
Ooh, 14. You're going to die!
I know.
You're going to die!
14.
17.
I'm down to 9 stamina.
Oh no! You have got a bonus life, so if you need it.
I shall not die. 16.
16 as well. You might want to use that luck. If you land a hit, you might want to use the luck.
I will hold off for the moment. 16.
Oh, I only rolled an 8.
Oof.
Do you want to use luck?
Let's try it. Let's look it. Numbers are pretty low. Let's use a look.
You need to roll a 10 or below.
7.
Nice. Your luck now goes down to 9. But you finish off that bat. So you've now only got the big boy bat to go.
Right. Big bat.
Big bat.
18.
13. He's bigger, but that just makes him easier to hit.
17.
8, 9, 11.
16.
10.
Can this be the clubbing blow? 19!
Wow, he's gone. Nicely done. Turn to page 386. You may want to have some provisions.
Yep. I have...
Oh, you can only eat one at a time. I remember that about this adventure. You can only have one at a time, but they do restore 4.
I will use the provision, and I think that puts me back to 13, if I'm right. I hope.
I'm going to trust you on that. Okay, you settle down to sleep again, but you have a very restless night. In the morning, you wake early. You collect your belongings and you set off north along the path, turning to page 119. The ground is quite steep as the path wends its way into the hills. By the time you reach the top, the sun is actually quite hot. All around in the distance you see the green circle that is Darkwood Forest. Mist still hangs on the tall grasses behind you, but ahead you see a valley floor bathed in sunlight. All is quiet. As you start down the far side of the hill, you see a junction in the path. You can either continue north down the hill or head west along this new branch.
I will continue north.
Continue north, page 90. Getting involved in all of those emotes there. Nice. Multitasking here. The path runs north down the hill between large boulders and rocks, and you have an uneasy feeling that you're being watched. Then, from behind one of the larger boulders to the left of the path, spring 2 sinewy men with long hair and beards. They're wearing animal furs and they look very menacing. One notches an arrow to his bow and lets it fly. You must test your luck. You've got a luck of 9.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to roll a 9 or below.
Three.
Excellent. Your luck now goes down to 8. You do have a luck potion though. You are lucky and the arrow misses you and flies past your head. Page 210. Let's check out what happens. Oh, Ninja Monkey, ahoy hoy. How are you, darling? Ninja Monkey still holds the top of the leaderboard with a time of 1 hour, 31 minutes and 23 seconds. So he's come to make sure that his title is secure. The men curse and jump up and down in anger at having missed you with their arrow. They start to argue and push each other around. They seem to forget all about you. Would you like to attack the wild hillmen or walk past them and let them get on with their arguing?
I am not going to get involved. I'm going to walk past them.
Okay, walk past them and let them carry on with their arguing. Page 188. Yeah, I'm really good, thanks, Ninja Monkey. 188. I've been playing the book that I'm going to do for next season. I've been playing it through and I just keep dying. It's really hard. So the death rate next season will be through the roof. Walking down the hill, you see the valley floor stretching out ahead and beyond, a sinister wall of trees, Darkwood Forest. On the other side of the trees lies Stonebridge, your journey's end. Arriving on the valley floor, you see that the path comes to a junction. Would you like to head west or head east?
I still need to obtain these pieces of hammer. I am going to head... My luck hasn't been great so far, apart from my little arm wrestling escapade. I'm going to head west.
Heading west, page 221. Yeah, it's going to be great. Next season's going to be awesome. Lots of death. Oh, shite, what did I just say?
221.
221, thank you. 221. The valley floor is covered with lush green grass and is very flat. You soon arrive at another junction in the path. You can continue west or head north.
I will continue west.
Continuing west, page 378. Yeah, I like a lot of death. Next season's going to be really hard. It's going to be like Death Trap Dungeon all over again, which is great. To the left of the path, you see a small man with a long grey beard sitting cross-legged on top of a huge mushroom. He is wearing a bright red jacket and cap, and his trousers are black, and they end at his knees. He's asleep and snoring loudly. You may either give him a gentle nudge to wake him up, or walk quietly past him to continue your journey west.
May I obtain some more assistance on my journey, or will I anger the wee man? I will give him a wee nudge.
A little nudge. Page 307 to nudge him awake. The small man wakes up with a start, loses his balance and falls off the mushroom. He curses as he lands on the ground but jumps back up onto the mushroom shouting, "Who did that? Who did that? He looks at you and frowns. You can either attack the gnome or attempt to start a conversation with him.
I will attempt to start a conversation.
Hi buddy, have you got any info? Page 271.
I would probably apologise first.
You approach the gnome with your arm extended and you offer to shake his hand, an offer which he accepts with a doubtful look on his face. You then tell him of your quest and how you met poor Bigleg and why you decided to help the dwarves of Stonebridge. You ask him if he has any information which might help you. He replies that he doesn't care much for dwarves, but he does have some information which might be useful. However, that information will cost you either 5 gold pieces or an item of treasure from your backpack. Do you wish to pay the greedy gnome? Or if you do not wish to pay him or can't afford to, you can thank him and set off west along the path. Do you want to pay him for some information or just leave him to it?
I think... was I correct when I said I earned 10 gold from defeating the boar earlier?
You
for the gold
have
ring?
a gold ring which is worth 10 gold, yes.
Can I give him the gold ring?
Sure. You pay him for the information. You turn to page 297. He accepts the payment and smiles and tells you that he saw the skeleton of a goblin inside of a stone crypt. Perhaps it was the skeleton of one of the goblins that you're looking for, but maybe not. He says that the crypt is somewhere north in the forest, but exactly where he's not sure. You're annoyed that the gnome doesn't have any more specific information, and you set off west again at a fast pace to page 67. So the stone building is somewhere north, and it may or may not have a goblin skeleton in it. Page 67, you arrive at another junction in the path. The way south leads back into the hills, so you ignore that one, and you continue west to page 113. The path makes a sudden turn to the right and heads north across the valley floor. To the left of the path you see a large pond with a small wooden hut with a thatched roof by its edge. Do you want to investigate the hut, or ignore the hut and continue north along the path?
I will investigate the hut.
Investigate the hut, page 324. You walk around to the front of the hut and you see a large blue vase standing on a small porch. There's nobody about. You open the door of the hut and there's no one inside. The hut is also devoid of any furniture or any objects. You walk outside again and inspect the blue vase. You look inside it, but despite the sunlight, you're unable to see beyond its rim. The vase is filled with an eerie blackness. You shake it, and you hear a rattling sound. Would you like to drop the vase on the ground, put your hand inside the vase, or ignore it and return to the path and head north?
I will place the vase upon the ground.
Are you going to drop it on the ground?
I'll drop it on the ground then.
Drop it on the ground. Page 250.
I already know that's a bad decision.
The vase drops to the ground, and it doesn't break, but cracks do appear all over it. You begin to feel a vibration, And then you notice cracks appearing all over the porch and the sides of the hut. The vibrations become stronger and stronger, and your whole body starts to tremble, and your head feels as if it could explode. Lose 2 stamina points. If you're still alive, turn to page 82. Do you possess a potion of stillness?
No, I gave it away.
Oh no!
No, it was stolen. It was stolen.
It was stolen! Oh no! If you did not... I put it on the ground. Oh my god, was that a Lonely Island thing? Was that what I'm thinking? Am I thinking of the right thing? I don't know, but you do not have a potion of stillness. And you turn to page 13. The vibrations feel like shockwaves, which seem to hammer at your body. Your legs feel like lead, and you're unable to move. Suddenly, the hut collapses and crashes to the ground. You cling to the porch and shield your face from the dirt and debris, which are thrown up by a gale. Above the deafening noise of the wind, you hear laughter, followed by a deep voice, rejoicing. I'm free! I'm free! You've released an earth elemental onto the world. Oh my god, I wasn't prepared for that. I didn't have any kind of... I had no kind of sound effects for an earth elemental. Like, what the heck does an earth elemental sound like? My sounds have gone strange. Hang on a second. There we go. Let's restart that. The howling wind dies down. Oh, sorry. You lose 3 luck points by doing that. Yeah. Grumble, grumble. Yeah. I'll just make my own sound effects for that one. You lose 3 luck points, so you're on 5 luck. You do have a luck potion though, so you could actually drink your luck potion if you want to, and that will actually take you up to 12.
Ah, I might have to take it then.
You go for it. You can use it twice.
Yep, I'll use one.
Wicked. So you're now back up to 12 luck. Nice. You pick yourself up from out of the rubble, and you walk slowly back to the path and head north once again to page 149. You use a golem. I do have that. I do have a golem. I have that, and then I have a load of rocks, which are not very loud. But yeah, there is a golem. There you go. You could use golem. He's not
May I request a momentary break?
Oh yes, absolutely. We're at the 1 hour mark. Oh, quick. Pause. Right, my darlings. Where did we say we were going to go to? Bums. Did I say 1 to 8? No. Oh my god. What page did I say? I can't remember what page I said I was going to. Ah, no. Ach no. Ach no. Does anyone remember what page I said I was going to? Hopefully Reddy has written it down, because I have forgotten what I said. That's what happens. You distracted me with a golem, Phoenix. That's what happens. I'm also going to go and have a little break, so please enjoy my clips reel. I'm just going to go and refill it on my drinkies and go to the loo. So I'll be back in about 2 minutes, but please enjoy these clips from season 1.
Yeah, it's tricky because the potential for this is very good. It's a bit like the drink one last time. It was like,
Are you ready?
Yeah, go for it.
Ahead you see the Turner. Oh God, come on. The tunnel turns sharply. You see Tina Turner.
Yes! Finally went the right way.
Rolling on a real bar.
Go west.
Let's have open it. Go west. Gonna get DMCA'd if we carry on.
I'm going to trust Beyonce again, but if Beyonce's wrong, I'm going to switch to Rihanna instead.
To the left, to the left. West is death. West is death. West is death, my darlings. He went west before and he died. Gotta give you the sad trombone.
I feel like that noise follows me around my life.
Well, I was at 1, so that hit me pretty hard.
Oh, you dead?
Yeah.
It's not quite what you imagined it to be. No, it's not the Mario experience you'd hoped for. As you touch the door handle, it goes soft in your hand. And when you try to pull your hand away, you find it is glued to the handle. A giant fist.
Jesus Christ. Fucking Beyonce.
I've lost it. Rice and mats. Mice and rats. That's the one. Mice and rats. Did I say rice and mats?
Rice and mats are everywhere.
Rice and mats everywhere. Absolute shambles today, I tell you. I've got monkeys running this show. Monkeys.
Just come in here and yell. It's like those weird videos that you see on TikTok. Oh yeah, exactly. I've muted myself each time he's done it, but if I just leave it, you'll hear. He's just.
This is all a little bit much. I'm gonna stop and have lunch.
What provisions have you got? Tell us what you've got. When I've got my hair up like this, I feel like the little blue worm. If she'd have gone that way, she would have gone straight to the castle.
Yeah.
You turn the corner and almost bump straight into Tina Turner.
Yes.
No, wait, it's just two fierce-looking orcs, armed with morning stars and wearing leather armor. I mean,
Tina Turner, orcs, same
kind of
thing.
the same thing. with a
thrombo.
With his crossbow still
Thrombo.
aimed.
I'm going straight into the tunnel. I don't want to see his face for one more second. Because he's a dick.
Goodbye.
We do not like dicks over here. At least Colleen doesn't.
213. I love a. No, shush, no.
Someone clip that! Clip that! Clip that!
Bone ring. Oh my god. Casey.
Bone ring. A ring of boning. Well done, Crimea! Yay! The timer doesn't matter anymore. He's the winner. Exactly. I cannot believe it. You made it out. The final episode. The final episode, and Crimea made it out. Yes. Thank you for watching the clips. Thanks, guys.
I was enjoying them myself.
Oh, good. I can't wait to make the clips for you for this one.
Oh, God.
Okay, Case is page 149. Thank you, Case. Really loving the adventure so far. Thanks for the suggestion, support, and one up. Yes. Wicked. It's going really well so far.
I'm surprised I've lasted this long, to be honest.
Oh, thank you, Crash Junkies. Cheers, my darling. I try my best. I used to stream like 4 or 5 days a week, but since getting a new job, it's gone down to just 2 days a week. So you can see me streaming on a Tuesday, where I usually do my lunchtime stream, and we usually play like a really chill game. At the moment we're playing Dwarf Romantic, but I do have lots of other games that I want to play. So yeah, Tuesdays at 1 PM UK time, you can see me do my lunchtime stream, and then every Saturday we do this. So awesome. And we'll give another shout out to Ready for Singing. So if you're not already following my guest, you can go and follow them.
Oh, thank you very much.
It's all right. But no, always like thank you for the guests that do come on as well, because I said last week, I think I say it every week, but without a guest there is no show. The show cannot happen if there's not a guest. So I really appreciate people taking the time out of their weekends to come on to this show. I've put a lot of effort in this time. It takes me ages to get ready for the show. Cool. So apparently we're on page 149 after defeating that Earth Elemental there.
Defeating.
So if you're ready to continue, I shall continue. But yes, don't forget that you do have an extra life if you need it, and we also have a potion of teleportation. So you can either take the extra life or you can be teleported. Oh, I also forgot to say that if you reach the end of your adventure, so if you enter the dwarven village of Stonebridge, your adventure will end and there will be no go-backsies. So you want to get one go, really. And you haven't got any pieces of the hammer yet. So anyone who's just tuned in, ready for singing, is trying to go through the Forest of Doom. He needs to find 2 pieces of a hammer. He needs to find the head and the handle. So far he has found nothing. So far he's found nothing. And he's a good chunk of the way through the adventure.
Oh
Okay.
no!
Let's continue on page 149. As you walk across the valley floor, you see in the dark green wall of Darkwood Forest looming up before you. The path leads directly into thick undergrowth, and soon you are walking between tall dark trees and thorny bushes. It's dark and it's quiet. The path forks. Do you wish to head east or continue north?
I will head east.
Okay, page 130 to head east. The path forces its way through the gnarled trees and thorny bushes. You soon hear growling above you. It sounds like this. It's a weird sound. You look up and see that a creature, which appears to be half cat and half girl, lying on a branch over the path. It has a short, black, shiny fur like a panther, paws at the end of its arms and legs with sharp claws, and its face has human features with slanted eyes and long teeth. It looks as if it's about to pounce. Do you wish to draw your sword and fight the cat woman, or do you wish to run quickly ahead and lose a luck point?
As I've just taken a potion and I have 12 luck points, I will run.
You're going to run ahead and lose a luck point and turn to page 355. Oh, Phoenix, that's lovely. Which one, do you remember which ones were your favourites? You arrive at another junction in the path. Ignoring the way south, you continue east to page 340. Walking along the path, you see a small man wearing an iron helmet and a chainmail coat, sitting on a log by the side of the path. He's a dwarf, and he doesn't look very pleased to see you. Would you like to start a conversation with him? Draw your sword to attack him, or push him off the log and run east along the path? Push and run. Push him off the log and just head east. See ya!
I will speak to him, hopefully with the intent of some more information.
Okay, 141. You ask the dwarf if he comes from Stonebridge. He glares at you and jumps to his feet, grabbing his axe. He tells you that he hates the dwarves of Stonebridge, and that he is searching Darkwood Forest for Gillibran's warhammer to take it back to his village, which is called Mirewater, in the west. He tells you that his name is Trumbull, and that his favourite eagle has been lost whilst attempting to seize Gillibrand's warhammer. You realise that you're talking to an enemy of Stonebridge, lose 1 luck point, so you're now down to 10. God, yeah, I used to go to Devon all the time as a kid, guys. I can't even remember the last time I was in Devon. If you wish to attack Trumbull, you can. Or if you'd like to tell him that you're unable to help him, you can bid him farewell and continue east along the path.
He's an enemy of the state.
He is an enemy of Stonebridge.
He has an axe. I just carry on the path.
You can attack him or bid him farewell and continue east.
I will bid him farewell and continue east.
Page 59. Goodbye, Trumbull. You arrive at another junction in the path. You ignore the way south and continue east to page 171. The path comes to another junction. The way south leads back into the valley, and you decide to stay in the forest and head north to page 190. Ahead, you hear the thumping of heavy footsteps and the noise of branches breaking. Have I queued up a noise for this? I don't think I have. Oh no, I have. There we go. Heck yeah, I did do it. Nice. It sounds as though some huge creature is coming down the path towards you. Do you wish to face the oncoming beast or hide in the bushes off the path?
I will face the beast.
Face the beast, page 265. The thumping and crashing gets louder, and suddenly you see a huge leg appear in front of you. Looking up, you see that the big leg belongs to a man some 5 meters tall. He's wearing brown canvas clothing and fur boots. He appears to be in a hurry and is crashing through the undergrowth as though it isn't there. He's a forest giant. I'm seeing you, his eyes widen, and he raises his great wooden club. You must fight the forest giant. He's got a skill of 9 and a stamina of 9. Let's go!
Let us fight.
Let us fight.
13.
I got a 14, so he hits you. Whack!
Ooh, I'm down to 9.
9 health, is that it?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
16.
An 11. Don't forget you can use that luck if you wish to deal
I
extra
may.
damage.
I will do a standard roll now, and I'll consider the next one.
Okay.
17.
I got a 16, so you hit him. You're down to 5.
I'll try a look.
Okay, so you need to roll a 10 or below.
6.
Nice. Your luck goes down to 9. But he's on 3 health now.
I will roll. 19.
18. Woof, nice, close. He's on 1 health.
Let's try my luck one last time.
So Ninja Monkey, ready for singing, is on a 9 skill. 9 skill. Everything else is fine.
Alright, look. 11.
Ooh, nice. Oh no, you rolled a luck of 11.
Yes, look
Oh
of
no,
11.
you're unlucky.
Mm.
Oh no. So your luck goes down to 8, but his health goes back up to 2.
Okay. Let's roll. 17.
17 as well. Nothing happens.
15.
14, he's dead.
Oh, God.
He's dead. Oh my god. If you win, turn to page 356.
I
You've
may
made
have
it
to
to
take a
1
provision as
hour.
well.
I think you're definitely going to have to. 1 hour, 8 minutes and 15 seconds you've made it to. So that is good. That is really good. But you still haven't found any parts of the hammer. So you have a skill of 9. You have a luck of 8. And you 7 provisions now, I think.
Yep, 7 provisions and 9 stamina.
Lovely. 9 stamina. Oh gosh. Right, okay.
I'm
3, 5,
gonna have to.
6. Going to 3, 5, 6.
I'll definitely need to take a provision in a second.
You can eat whenever you want to. Just you
I'm
can't
gonna
eat
have
one
one
at a
now then.
time. Yeah, have them. Stuffed inside
Right.
the forest giant's clothing, you find a brass lantern with a green wick. There's no liquid inside it to burn. Perhaps it's a magic lantern. You can rub the lantern if you'd like to make a wish. You can try to light the wick, or you can throw the lamp away and head north.
Do I have something I can light the lantern with? I'm going to attempt to rub the lamp.
Okay, rub the lamp to make a wish. Page 34. So you'll see as well from the green heart that Ready for Singing already has 1 bonus, so that can be a life if he needs it, or a potion of teleportation if he wants to. Okay, as you rub the lantern, green smoke slowly starts to rise from the wick and take shape. It forms the outline of a fat old man with a bald head sitting on a cushion. His mouth opens slowly, and in a deep voice he says, "Well, what do you want?" well, what do you want, huh? You tell him of your quest, but he tells you that he's unable to offer you material gain or wealth. He can only offer you personal well-being. You can restore skill, stamina, or luck. Make your choice.
It must be stamina right now.
Yep, so your stamina goes back up to 23.
Yes!
Whew. You make your wish. The genie disappears and the lantern turns black. You throw it to the ground and head north to page 231.
I may have to consider my teleportation potion at some point.
You may.
I will try a little longer before I use it.
It's totally up to you if you use it and when you use it. The path twists and turns and makes a sudden sharp twist. Sorry, twists and turns makes a sudden turn to the west, but that's harder to say than I thought. Following this new course, you're aware of squawking in the trees. What have I got here? Let's have a little look. This one should do it. You're aware of squawking in the trees all around you. You hear the flapping of wings and look up to see 3 birds swooping down on you. You only have a second to draw your sword and defend yourself. Their beaks and talons look razor sharp. There are 3 death hawks and you have to defend yourself against them. Fight them one at a time, or you can escape by running west along the path. So you can fight 3 death hawks or run away west along the path.
I'm going to run west.
Okay,
I'm not risking that.
As you run away, they get a little peck at you and you lose 2 stamina.
That's fine.
But we're gonna run away. Run away!
Run away!
3, 2. You soon arrive at another junction in the path. Looking at Bigleg's map, you decide to head north again in the direction of Stonebridge, and you ignore the narrow path that continues west to page 103. So you're now heading towards Stonebridge. Your journey's end.
I may have to use my teleportation life then.
Would you like to teleport?
If it takes me somewhere that can help me get at least half of the quest, yes, I will risk it.
Okay, let me pause here then. And I will show you where you can teleport to. You have point number 1, point number 2, point number 3, or point number 4. I would suggest that you go all the way back to point number 1. But that will extend your adventure by rather a lot.
Well, as I have earned no pieces yet, I'm going to have to try it. I'm going to go back to 1.
Back to 1. Okay.
Hopefully I can make up some time.
Okay, so point number 1 is page 337. And that was where we'll be heading. So we'll be heading to point number 1. You have teleported to page 337. We're going to use that bonus life there. No more bonuses. At last, the trees begin to thin out and shafts of sunlight beam down through the gaps in the trees. As the path widens, you see a large cave entrance. Set back a few yards and to the right. Would you like to examine the cave or continue northwards up the path?
I will examine the caves.
Examine the cave, page 230. Slowly you peer into the cave and see the huge shape of an ogre walking slowly over to a wicker cage with a bowl of water in his hands. He is dressed in animal furs and carries a stone club in his belt. There appears to be a small creature jumping around inside of a cage. You can pick up a rock and throw it at the ogre. You can rush in and attack the ogre with your sword, or leave the cave and continue up the path. And you can assume, because you've been transported here, that this is a very useful location.
I'm not going to directly attack him yet, but I am going to flick a rock at the big man.
Okay, let's pick up a rock and throw it at him. Why not? Page 137. We can thank Phoenix as well for that teleportation potion, so thank you very much.
Many thank yous, Phoenix.
If you possess a glove of missile dexterity,
I do.
you do! Excellent. We can turn to
Yes.
page 55. You reach into your backpack and pull out the purple silk glove. I never imagined it would be purple silk. I never imagined that. It fits snugly on your hand and then you bend down. Did anyone else think the glove of missile dexterity was going to be a purple silk glove? What?
I'll take it.
It fits snugly on your hand. Then you bend down and pick up a good-sized rock and take aim. You throw the rock with all your might at the ogre, and it flies like an arrow and hits him on the side of the head, knocking him unconscious. The creature in the cage jumps around even more frantically than before. Would you like to take a closer look at the creature in the cage, search through the contents of the cave, or leave the cave immediately and continue northwards?
Look at the creature or examine the cave. I'm going to look at the creature.
Take a look at the creature, page 168. Inside the cage, a small sinewy creature with brown scaly skin is jumping up and down. He's a goblin. Remember that you're looking for goblins. Round his neck hangs a black shiny rod on a leather cord. If you want to unlock the cage door, you can, or you can leave the cave and continue northwards.
I'm going to unlock the cage.
Unlock the cage, page 117. You unlock the door and step back, drawing your sword just in case the goblin tries to attack you. He picks up a wooden stool and, waving it in the air, kicks the door open and charges at you, screaming. You must fight him. He's got a skill of 5 and a stamina of 4. He's very weak from being locked in the cage. There's not going to be a particularly bad fight. But let's go.
Let's get it on!
5, stamina of 4. Gonna kill the goblin.
12.
9.
Oof.
He's very weak.
16.
12. He's dead already.
Good. But,
Bless him.
aw.
Bless him. Page 232. Oh, thanks, Ninja Monkey. You finally checked out Sirenscape now, and it's just so heckin' cool. If you need any help with it at all, or have any questions, just feel free to ask. Oh, cool. You'll be using it in the future. Wicked. Yeah, just let me know if you need any help with it. You bend down over the lifeless body of the mad goblin and examine the rod around its neck. The rod is made of ebony, and there is a screw thread at one end. You're excited to see the letter G neatly inscribed on the other end.
Yes.
Whoop, whoop. Guys, he's found the handle of the hammer.
Amazing.
In your backpack, adding 1 luck point. You're back up to 9 luck. I'm running out of space.
I've got it.
If you wish to search through the contents of the cave now, you can, or you can just leave the cave with your rod and continue northwards.
Well, I doubt that the hammerhead is going to be in the same location. I will head north.
Head north, page 358. You found 1 piece of the hammer now. Walking along the path, you don't notice a rope noose hidden beneath some fallen leaves and ahead of you. Your foot catches in the noose and suddenly you're hauled up into the air by the rope, which is tied to a sprung tree. In a second, you're hanging upside down, suspended by a trapped foot. You must test your luck. You've got a luck of 9. You need to roll 9 or below.
8.
Woof. Okay, your luck goes back down to 8. You're able to cut yourself free as your sword remains in its scabbard. Wicked. Whew. Page 40. You managed to cut yourself free.
Great.
You get to your feet and curse, brushing the dirt from your clothes with your hands. You're tempted to wait around to discover who set the trap, but you decide against it. Got better things to do, mate. Better things to do. You can continue northwards, turning to page 274. You notice a knotted vine hanging down to the ground from a tree to your left. You look up and see a roughly made treehouse amidst the branches. Do you want to climb up the vine to investigate the treehouse, or continue walking north?
I will investigate the treehouse.
Investigate the treehouse. Turn to 195. You reach the top of the vine and scramble onto a wooden platform. A sheet made from leaves and ferns covers the entrance to a small covered living area. As you approach, the sheet is thrown back, and from behind it steps a large and hairy ape-like creature wearing only an animal hide loincloth. He's holding a large bone in his right hand and he grunts at you. He's an ape man. You can draw your sword and attack him, or you can jump off the platform to the ground below, which is 5 meters below. You can jump down to the ground.
To the ground.
So you can jump off to 5 meters below, which is quite a way, or you can draw your sword and attack the ape man.
I will risk the jump.
Risk the jump. 156. Falling to the ground. I can't stop saying it now. Illusion. I'm just like, falling to the ground. It's becoming a bit of a bad habit. It's also beginning to hurt. Lose 3 stamina points from your injuries. But you can just eat a provision and get your strength back if you'd like.
I'm on 18. I think I'm good for now.
Oh, okay, no worries. If you're still alive, you get up and continue northwards to page 109. So just to remind everybody that the person at the top of the leaderboard is Ninja Monkey with a time of 1 hour 31 and 23 minutes. 1 hour 31 minutes and 23 seconds. So we are coming up to that time, and Ready for Singing is probably not going to make it to the end of the adventure before that. So I think Ninja Monkey, I think it's safe to assume that you're going to keep your top spot today. Yeah. Soon the path leads out of the trees and onto a large plain with tall grasses. Beyond it, you see rising ground and further off some low hills. The path splits and goes in 3 directions. Would you like to go west? Would you like to go east? Or would you like to continue north?
I will attempt west.
You're going to attempt west. Page 124. The path ends at another junction. The way south leads back to the forest, and you decide to head north to page 180. Walking quickly along the path through the waist-high grass, you arrive at another junction in the path. Do you want to continue walking north, or do you wish to go west? Thank you for the follow, Alusia. Thank you. You want to go west? Page 361. We're racing along now. Thanks, guys. 361. We're racing along now. You're like, I've got a handle. Quick, I've got to get out of my way. I need to find the head. You're not stopping for anything now, unless it looks like a head of a hammer.
Indeed.
From not too far ahead comes the sharp noise of barking dogs drawing nearer. Suddenly, a brown fox with eyes wide open in fear dashes past you, running east. Oh, my sound didn't trigger. There we go. The frantic yelping of the dogs gets louder. Do you wish to face the oncoming pack of dogs, or hide in the tall grasses and let them rush past in pursuit of the fox?
I will hide in the bushes.
Hide in the tall grass off the path and let them run past page 86. As you crouch down in the tall grass, you hear the sound of galloping horse hooves amidst the barking, and then you see the legs of 4 hounds and 1 horse racing past you in a cloud of dust. The sound of the hunt quickly fades into the distance, and you step out onto the path again. Wondering about the poor old fox, you set off west once more. Turn to page 208. You soon arrive at a crossroads. The way south leads back to the forest, and you decide to ignore it. You can keep going west or head north.
Go west.
Go west to page 99. Okay, You may recognise this place. You've been here before. Ahead you see that the path ends at the door of a large hut made of dried mud. It has a domed roof and a single window, and you peer through the window and see a large man with dark skin sitting at a table, still practising his arm wrestling.
Yeah, practicing.
Come on, gotta get back to it. Can't let just some random guy beat me. Do you wish to enter the hut again? You're probably not gonna gain anything else, or you can go back to the junction in the path.
I'll go back to the junction.
Okay, but now you know where you are. Now you've got your bearings.
Yeah.
Page 349. You arrive back at the crossroads. You ignore the way south. You can now go back east, which is the way you came, or you can go north.
Well, let's head north this time.
Let's head north this time to page 291. As you walk further along northwards across the plain, bearings, honey heist flashbacks. That honey heist was brilliant. As you walk further northwards across the plain, the grass gradually becomes shorter and the ground starts to rise. Ahead you hear the roar of crashing water, and you soon reach the bank of a wide river split on two levels. To your right, the water is calm and slow moving, but in front of you it tumbles noisily down into a great waterfall and to a gorge below where the river narrows and runs quickly west over rocks and boulders. Steps lead down by the side of the waterfall to the bottom of the gorge, although it's difficult to see where they end because of the spray being thrown up. Across the river you see the path heading northwards into the distance, and a small wooden boat is tied to a post to your right where the river is calm. Would you like to walk down the steps to the base of the waterfall or row the wooden boat across the river?
I will walk down the steps.
Walk down the steps to the base of the waterfall, page 335. I think Ninja Monkey did this exact same thing. You walk down the slippery stone steps to the bottom of the waterfall. You look up and see a magnificent rainbow reflected in the spray. It's dark in the gorge and impossible to see through the wall of the water where the steps end. Do you wish to walk through the sheet of water or climb back up the stone steps?
I will walk through the water.
You're going to go through the waterfall, page 181. You walk along the steps and through the waterfall into a large cavern where there's a pool of still water. It's a reasonably safer choice.
Yep.
The steps run around the side of a pool, and there is a stone table and a chair on the far side. You go to the table and see fish scraps lying on it. Suddenly you hear a noise of splashing behind you, and a strange creature climbs out of the pool and advances towards you armed with a trident. Have I got anything for this? Let's try that. Let's just try that. His arms are like yours, but covered with large scales, and his legs are like a man's, but his face and torso resemble a large green fish with bulbous eyes. He's a fishman, and you have to fight him. He has a skill of 7 and a stamina of 6. You'd expect there to be something behind the falls in an RPG. Exactly, 100%. Okay, we're gonna battle the fishman. Let's
Very
go.
well.
Let's go.
20.
Got a 13. So he's down to 4 health.
19.
Only got a 10.
Ooh,
He's not much of a match for you, is he?
he ain't no Aquaman.
Oh, yeah, he's Aquaman.
16.
I got an 18.
14.
16. Yeah, I think I'm not.
18.
I've only been at Siren's Gate for 5 weeks now. I'm still finding my way around the sounds. So if you have any recommendations for Fishman sounds, that would be greatly appreciated. I got an 18. Sorry, that's fine.
Oof. Okay, 18.
I got a 13 this time.
16.
Okay, he's dead. He's gone. He's gone. Did you hear him squelch as you finished him off? At page 162. Page 162. Woohoo! There is nothing of use or value in the Fishman's Cave, and you walk around to the north side wall. Steps lead back through the waterfall and up to the north wall of the gorge to the top. You are at the foot of some hills and can see the path climbing up into the midst of the north. It's getting dark and night is closing in, so you decide to make camp behind some rocks to the right of the path. You build a large fire and settle down to sleep with your sword by your side. Page 285. Let's see if you can make it through the night. Oh, it's my favourite. Yes. You've been asleep for about an hour when the noise of some deep growling wakes you up. You stand up and without making a noise you grab your sword. You wait and listen. There's a full moon in the sky and the light casts eerie shadows all around. You hear soft footsteps and sniffing, followed by another low growl. And I'm just gonna whack this in here because why not? Little wolf howl, because why not? A shape which looks like that of a man steps out of the shadows to your right, but as he gets closer you see that his chest, arms and face are covered with thick brown hair and long teeth protrude from his mouth. Here's a werewolf and you must fight him. You thought the bats were bad. You've now got a werewolf.
Oh boy.
He's got a skill of 8 and a stamina of 9. This is going to be a tough one.
Let's fight.
Let's battle.
$13.
I got a 14.
Oh. 17.
18.
It's not like this. 17.
15. You hit him. He's on
Good,
7.
good. 17.
Okay, number 13. Got 5 health. This is going to be a close one.
Oh, 11.
15.
Oof. I'm going to use a luck potion.
You can't use it in
Well,
battle.
not a potion. I'm going to use a luck roll.
You've only got a look of 8, I think, at the moment.
Yep, I'm going to risk it.
So roll in 8 or below.
5.
Oof, excellent. Okay. So he's now on 3 health.
Roll.
Whoops.
15.
12. He's on 1 health. One more hit and he's gone.
14.
13. Woo!
Yes.
Done it. He's dead. Amazing. Turn to page 388 if you defeat him. 388.
Right, and I'm going to use the provision and put myself up to 12 stamina.
Nice. Uh, 388. If the werewolf wounded you during combat, which I believe it did,
Oh, he hit me a couple of times.
you must turn to page 155. You settle down to sleep again, but start to shake and tremble. Sweat pours from your body, although you feel very cold. Do you possess any belladonna?
Belladonna. No belladonna.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Phoenix, I will write that down. Thank you. I've been trying to look for a good fishman sound, so that might work. Cheers, my darling. You don't possess any belladonna, page 259. You feel a burning sensation inside your body as you sink into a raging fever. You may be about to change into a werewolf yourself, lose 3 stamina, and test your luck if you're still alive. You've only
have
got
9.
7 luck.
Let's go for it. I don't want to look. 7.
Okay, so it's equal to your luck score, and the fever dies down. Page 244. Kind of wanted to see what happened if it didn't. The effects of the fever finally wear off, and you gratefully fall asleep again. In the morning, you collect your belongings and head north along the path to the hills. Turn to page 198. The ground is quite steep as the path wends its way into the hills, and by the time you reach the top, the sun is quite hot. All around in the distance you see the dark green circle of Darkwood Forest. Mist still hangs in the tall grasses behind you, but ahead you see a valley floor bathed in sunlight. All is quiet. As you start down the far side of the hill, you see a junction in the path. You may continue north down the hill, or head east along the new branch.
I will head along the new branch.
Okay, page 87. The path leads along a ridge of the hill and comes to another junction. You see that the way south leads back towards the river, and you decide to head north to page 90. The path runs north down the hill between large boulders and rocks. You have an uneasy feeling that you're being watched. Then from behind one of the larger boulders to the left of the path spring 2 sinewy men with long hairy hair and beards. It's these guys again. They tried to shoot you before with an arrow. You remember these?
Oh, I do.
Oh, they're wearing animal furs and they look menacing. They give each other a nudge, and I'm just making this up, but in a language you don't understand, you assume that one of them says, "I shoot this time." It's my turn. You fucked it up last time. My turn now. He notches his arrow in his bow, looks really confident, and lets it fly. You must test your luck. Your luck is now 6, I believe.
If I lost one on the last one, then
did,
yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, let's do it. 6 or less, 6 or less, 6 or less.
6 or less.
6!
It's a 6! Oh my god.
Yeah.
You're now down to 5, but you might want to use the rest of your luck potion.
I'm going
this.
to. Yes.
Do that. So you're back up to 12 again. You're lucky, and the arrow misses you and flies past your head, turning to 210. And you see the other one just clip the other one around the ear roll. Like, see, it's not that easy, is it? It's not that easy. 210. Clip him around the ear roll. 210. The men curse and jump up and down in anger. Now they're just arguing, like, see, we both missed. They start to argue and push each other around. They seem to forget all about you. Do you want to attack them? You didn't attack them last time. Do you want to attack them this time, or just leave them to their arguing?
Oh, it's tricky. I only have 5 luck and I only have 9 stamina. I could die.
You just drank the rest of your luck potion. So
Oh, I did. Okay.
You're back up to 12.
But I still only have 9 stamina.
Yeek.
Yeah, you know what? Death or glory. Let's fight them.
What do you reckon, guys? Do you think death or glory? I was going to say, what do you reckon, guys? Do you think it's worth him fighting them? But he said death or glory, so we're going for it. Page 43.
I'll be the only one who dies.
43. Let's see. You draw your sword and charge the wild hillmen, who suddenly stop their arguments and now turn to you, screaming and wielding axes. I don't know where they got axes from, but suddenly they have axes. They've got a skill. The first one has a skill of 7, And the second, he has a skill of 7 and a stamina of 5. The second one has a skill of 6 and a stamina of 4. It says you can escape by running north along the path if you wish.
I will take this risk and I will fight them.
Fight them. Let's go. They're not very strong. You'll be fine. You'll be
We'll
fine.
soon find out.
Okay, they're going to attack you one at a time.
Okay. 14.
11.
Oh, good.
I'm sure it's fine. I love that one question, Keith. Thank you.
14.
17. So that one lands a hit.
Oh, 7 points.
You could die.
I could die, but I hope not. 19.
12. You hit him. He's on 1 health.
Good. 18.
16. The first one is dead. And the next
good.
one steps up looking really confident. Even though he's less skilled.
15.
10.
Oof.
I'll need to hit him one more time and he's dead.
17.
16.
Yes!
Dead.
I have not died.
Amazing. If you win, turn to page 50.
And I will definitely eat another provision at this point.
Around the neck of one of the hillmen, you find a small silver key hanging on a small leather cord. You untie the leather cord and put the key in your backpack. You have a small silver key.
I should have done that the first time.
Turn to page 188. Walking down the hill, you see the valley floor stretching out ahead, and beyond, a sinister wall of trees, darkwood. On the other side of the trees lies a stone bridge, your journey's end. Arriving on the valley floor, you see that the path comes to a junction. Would you like to head west or east?
Let's head. Continually gone west. Let's go east.
Which way did you go last time?
Probably went west, I assume.
Okay. Sorry, are you going west or east this time? East.
I'll go east.
359. To the left of the path, you see a stone well with a bucket and a turning handle. Do you want to take a closer look at the well or continue your walk west? Sorry, continue your walk east.
I will look at the well.
Look at the well. 172. Well, you guys have already given me the title for this episode. It's going to be Death or Glory. I usually struggle to find names for the episodes, but that's going to be an easy one. Oh my god, a dwarvish accent. Hi Kelly, by the way. Hello Kelly, how are you? Thank you for redeeming dwarvish accent. That's very kind of you. How are you today? 172. A ladder runs down the inside of the well to the water below. However, there appears to be a tunnel just above the surface of the water. This is becoming a pirate. Running north. It's circular and has a diameter of 1 meter. This is terrible. There's going to be more dwarvish next season. You may toss a gold piece into the well and make a wish. Descend the ladder to look down the tunnel, or return to the path and head east.
Well, if my stats are correct, I have no gold. So I'm going to venture into the tunnel and see what wonders it may have.
He's going to descend the ladder and look down the tunnel. Oh, righty then. I think that's enough of the dwarvish. But tune in next season. And there will be...
She chose down! She chose down!
We are going down the ladder, 256. But hi Kelly, yes, I'm good. I am very good. I'm glad that you're well as well. It has been ages. Has been ages. Climbing down the ladder, you don't notice that a rung is missing. You slip and lose your footing. Test your luck.
Well, okay, this is not good because I've just gone back up to 12. Well, actually, it is good.
It is good, yeah. You basically can't lose.
Yep, 5.
Wicked. Okay, so you go down to 11. You are lucky and you managed to hang on to the ladder with your hands. Turn to page 122. Is that a new one? What, the down command? I think I've had it for the whole season. Hardly anyone ever uses it though. At the bottom of the ladder you see that the tunnel runs quite a distance north. You're surprised to see that it is lit by torches at regular intervals along its length. Do you wish to crawl along the tunnel or climb back up the ladder?
I will crawl along the tunnel.
Crawl along the tunnel, turning to page 135. The tunnel continues north until at last you arrive at a junction. You can crawl west or you can crawl east.
Let's crawl west.
It's gonna crawl west, 284. You soon arrive at another junction in the tunnel. Do you wish to head north or south?
Let's go north.
Page 81. Ahead you hear high-pitched voices frantically calling to each other. The tunnel ends at a small cave entrance. Suddenly an arrow flies out of the cave towards you. Test your luck.
10.
10? Nice. You are lucky, and the arrow whistles past your head, and you turn to page 49. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, I added a command. I always forget to do this, so I've added a timer. Check out Fighting Fantasy on my YouTube channel and get your merch here. I do always forget. We're turning to page 49. I actually made some new merch last week, so if you've checked out the merch previously and didn't see anything you liked, go back and check it again, because there is some new stuff. You press on down the tunnel into the cave entrance. The roof of the cave is no higher than the tunnel, and you're unable to stand up. The cave is very small and filled with tiny bits of furniture and all manner of objects and curios. We've got a running joke here that, well, I mean, it started last week, but the joke is that this is the community centre, like the arts and crafts community centre. And last week they were building a diorama of Downton Abbey, and the adventurer last week completely destroyed it. So I don't know what I think they might be trying to rebuild this week. Standing in the middle of the cave are two green-skinned creatures with small bodies and large heads. They have pointed ears and long noses, and their clothes are made from sacks. They appear very alarmed, and they charge at you with their daggers.
Oh.
You must fight the gremlins. You're unable to turn around and escape, but because of your cramped position, you must actually reduce your attack strength by 2, so you'll be fighting on an attack strength of 7 rather than 9. They'll attack you one at a time. The first gremlin has a skill of 4 and a stamina of 3, and the second gremlin has a skill of 3 and a stamina of 2. So they're not very skillful or strong.
Okay.
But nonetheless, we are in battle.
Let's fight. 16.
9. You're basically just gonna slaughter them. I always feel bad for these little.
I feel bad.
I always feel really bad for them.
15.
They're so weak. 8, 9, 10, 11. I got 11. So that one's dead. The next one's coming along.
16.
A 6. He's dead already. Bless him. Bless him.
Poor sods.
Poor sods. You fight the gremlins, and if you win, turn to page 371. 371. You feel bad for the gnomes being made into goblins. Sorry, I just prefer that noise as a goblin. That's how I imagine the little, like, because they're sinewy and small and like horrible. So that's what I've gone with. I am imagining little Warhammer 40k orc grots. Oh, I don't know what they look like. Oh, did I say 371? Totally, it's better. Well, that's what they sound like to me. So yeah. There are many handmade clay figures of human hands in different positions, covering every available surface area. They're all painted with bright red glaze. In a copper vase, you find 3 gold pieces, and you add that to your backpack. There is nothing else of value in the cave, and you leave by crawling back the way you came to the junction, taking a clay hand with you if you wish. And then we turn to page 93. Are you going to take a hand or not take a hand?
Might as well.
Might as well. Back at the junction, you may either now go south or east.
Oh, we'll go east.
Go east. Turn to page 61. Soon you're back at the first junction. You can either crawl south back to the well and leave the little gremlins to do their thing, to work on their diorama, or you can continue east and explore further.
I will explore further. I don't want to miss anything.
Page 151. The tunnel ends at a cave entrance. A curtain hangs over the entrance and you're unable to see inside. Do you wish to throw back the curtain and enter the cave, or turn around and return to the junction?
I will enter the cave.
Page 71. Tell you what, it's thirsty work, isn't it, narrating? You pull back the curtain and see a tiny green-skinned creature with a large head. He has long nose and pointed ears and wears brown canvas clothing. A large gold medallion hangs from his neck on a silver chain. The creature is sitting at a table examining a red clay figure of a human hand. On seeing you enter the cave, he takes the stone hammer and smashes the clay hand. Here's the gremlin chief, and he jumps to his feet to face you with his hammer. You must fight him. But again, you've got to reduce your strength down to 7 because of your cramped fighting position. He has a skill of 5 and a stamina of 5, so he's marginally stronger than the other guys.
I'm ready to compete.
Here we go. Skill of 5, stamina of 5. Let's go.
9.
Oh no, really? Did you multiple ones?
Snake eyes.
Oh no. 5, 9. I got 11, so I'm afraid
Oh.
I'm gonna hit you.
Alright, I'm down to 9. I can't lose to the little gremlin. 13.
You rolled quite well this time, actually. You rolled a 14.
7 points.
Oh no, you could get killed by a gremlin chief.
No, not a gremlin. 15.
I got a 10, so you hit him.
Oh, yes. 19.
I got a 13. Okay, he's on his last health point.
14.
30.
Yes.
He's dead. If you win, turn to page 273. You take the medallion from the neck of the fallen gremlin. It's made of gold and worth 9 gold pieces. There's nothing else of value in the cave, and no other exit from the cave, so you must crawl back down to the tunnel to the junction. To page 296. Back at the junction, you may either crawl back south to the well, or continue west, which you've already investigated west. Would you like to go back to the well?
Go back to the well.
398. You've caused enough destruction. You reach the end of the tunnel and are about to step out onto the ladder of the wall when you hear footsteps above you. Somebody is coming down the ladder towards you. Do you wish to reach out in an attempt to grab hold of the first leg that comes into view, or rather wait for the visitor to enter the tunnel?
I will wait for the visitor to enter.
193.
Friendly.
193. They're all friendly. A small green-skinned gremlin steps off the ladder and enters the tunnel. He stands no more than 1 meter high and is surprised to see you crouched in the tunnel. He draws a dagger from a pocket in his jerkin. You must fight him. But again, reduce your attack strength by 3 because of your cramped fighting position. He has a skill of 4 and a stamina of 4.
I cannot die in this well.
You're not gonna die in the well.
11.
8.
$15.
13. He's dead. Bless
Oh,
you.
God.
That's a short battle. Turn to page 110.
And I'm going to use another provision.
Okay.
Put me up to 11 health points.
Do you wish to
I've only got
search
3
the
left.
gremlin's leather backpack or leave the
Yes.
tunnel? You want to search his backpack 257. Inside the backpack, you find some elven bread. It will restore 4 stamina points.
Okay, yep,
You
I'll
can
use
eat
it.
That. Add 1 luck point.
Oh,
Back up to 11.
and 4 stamina.
Yeah, it restores 4 stamina.
Ooh, up to 15, yes.
Oh, nice. And turn to page 31. How many provisions have you got left?
How many what?
How many provisions do you have?
3.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
You crawl out of the tunnel and step onto the ladder of the wall of the well. Lember spread, yeah. Yum, yum, yum. You climb out of the well and return to the path to page 362. Which way are you heading now? Are you continuing east or continuing west?
We will continue east.
281. You arrive at a crossroads. South leads back up into the hills and you decide against that option. You can either head north or continue east.
We'll go east.
393. Leading along the quiet valley floor, the path comes to an end at a junction. The way south leads back into the hills and you decide against that and head north to page 369. The valley floor is green and pleasant, and you wonder why such a tranquil place should be the home of so many loathsome creatures. Walking along the path you see in the distance the portly shape of a balding man dressed in long brown robes, heading in your direction. As he gets closer you see that he is a friar. Would you like to start a conversation with the friar, or walk past him with a nod of the head?
I will start a conversation.
191. The friar is very nervous and jittery and shuffles from side to side as you start to speak. You ask him why he is so distraught, and he tells you that his sacred brass bell has been stolen. As payment for its return, he's willing to offer a magic healing potion. Do you happen to have a brass bell?
Clay hand, gold medallion. No brass bell.
No brass bell. Page 243. You tell him that you're sorry, but you've not seen his brass bell. The poor old friar frowns and asks you if you'd like to give him 1 gold piece for a good cause. Would you like to give him a donation or not?
Yes, I have 3 gold coins. Let's help him.
Okay, page 166. Let's give him a donation for a good cause. The friar smiles and says, "Bless you." He bows and sets off south along the path, whistling as he goes. You may add 2 luck points. Nice.
Oh, what? That puts me to 12.
Very nice.
I guess I can't
indeed.
exceed 12.
You can't exceed 12. Head north to page 390. the distance, you see the dark brown wall of trees looming up before you. The path leads directly into Darkwood Forest, and it soon starts to twist and turn between tangled roots and bushes. The path eventually splits. Do you wish to go north or west?
Let's head north.
190. Ahead you hear the thumping of heavy footsteps and the noise of branches breaking. It sounds as though some huge creature is coming down the path towards you. Sounds very familiar, like, oh, I wonder if this is another giant. Do you wish to face the oncoming beast or hide in the bushes?
Oh, what did I do last time? I think I faced him, so
You
this
did
time I'll
face
hide.
him. You're going to
I
hide
will
in the
hide.
bushes, page 318. You jump into the thick undergrowth by the side of the path. Peering out from behind the leaves, you see the massive legs of a gigantic man stomping past along the path. Soon he's gone, and you creep back out onto the path again and head north. Page 231. The path twists and turns and makes a sudden sharp turn to the west. Following this new course, you're aware of some squawking in the trees. You hear the flapping of wings and look up to see 3 birds swooping down on you, their beaks and talons razor sharp. You only have a second in which to draw your sword and defend yourself against the Deathhawks. You can escape by running down the path if you wish.
I think I've faced these demon birds before. I will fight them this time.
Did you face them before? I feel like you ran away last time and they pecked at you as you went.
Yeah, I'm gonna fight them.
You're gonna fight them? Okay. Fight them one at a time. The first one has a skill of 4 and a stamina of 4. The second one has a skill of 4 and a stamina of 3. And the third one has a skill of 5 and a stamina of 4. Bravely ran away. Okay, let's get into battle. So the first one is going to come in for an attack. Run away! Run away!
13.
I got an 11, so you hit it.
$17.
Got an 11 again, so that one's already dead.
Good.
Second one comes in for an attack.
14.
12.
16.
7. That one's dead. Oh my goodness.
Oh, 12.
9.
Ooh, good.
These are not very good.
19.
14. All done. Okay, fight them one at a time. If you win, turn to page 224. One of the Deathhawks has a silver band around one of its legs. It has an inscription on it which reads, "Death awaits you." You decide to leave the silver band alone and head quickly west to page 332. You soon arrive at another junction in the path. Looking at Bigleg's map, you decide to head north in the direction of Stonebridge, ignoring the narrow path which continues west. We're going to go to page 103. The path opens out into a small clearing. To your right you see a pile of branches, grass and pieces of rag, the lair of some large creature. Amongst the debris and old bones scattered about, you catch sight of something glittering. Would you like to look more closely at it or hurry north along the path?
I'm going to look closely at it.
Page 57. You walk over to investigate the lair. You're suddenly aware of a dark shadow being cast all about you. You hear the loud roar. I never find it when I need it. You hear a loud roar. Come on. Come on, Sirenscape. Don't fail me now. There we go. You hear a loud roar. And look up to see a dragon-like creature with 2 legs and green scaly skin flying down towards its lair. Test your luck.
Yeah, well, I do believe I'm back on 12, so this is a good one.
Yes, this is a good one.
10.
A bolt of fire shoots from its mouth. You are lucky and it misses you and explodes by your feet. Turn to page 132. The creature landing in front of you is a wyvern. It looks at you and opens its huge mouth again to let out another burning roar. It's about 10 meters long and it has thick scales that look hard to penetrate with your sword. Do you possess a flute?
I have no flute.
Turn to page 167. The wyvern's long tail swishes from side to side. Smoke curls up from its nostrils. You draw your sword and prepare to fight this fearsome monster. This is going to be a hard one. It has a skill of 10 and a stamina of 11.
I could well be dead here.
This is going to be a really tough one.
I might have to use all my luck.
Let's battle with a wyvern.
Starting off 16.
And 19 here. How much stamina do you have?
13 now.
Okay.
Oh, 21.
Ooh, a 16. Okay, cool. Would you like to use luck?
I will use another roll before I go there.
Okay.
$15.
21.
Oof. 11 stamina. I'm going to use luck.
You need to hit it first, so
Oh.
or hit and then use luck.
Okay. Uh, 15.
I got an 18.
9 points. Okay. Oh, 15.
I got a 14, so you hit it.
Oh,
Do
good,
you
good, good.
use luck now?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Need
Right.
to roll an 11 or below.
4.
Nice. It's now on 5 health.
Okay. I've got 10 luck left. Do I have to hit again?
Yep.
Okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on. 18.
19.
Oh.
Singes you a little bit.
Oh.
Stop,
Oh,
drop, and roll.
11.
Stop, drop, and roll. Only an 11. Oh no, I got an 18.
I could be dead here. Come on, come on. 18.
15. You hit it. Would you like to use luck?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, you need to roll a 10 or below.
4.
Nice. It's on 1 health. 1 health.
Oh,
Need 1 more hit.
lucky roll. Roll. 18.
16. It's dead.
Oh.
You've made made it to 2 hours, 9 minutes, and 4 seconds.
Wow.
If you win, turn to page 305.
I may have to use all my provisions here.
You can only eat one at a time, I'm afraid.
I'm gonna have to use one for now then.
Yeah.
And that's 4 points.
Yep, 4 points of stamina.
Wait. I'm up to 9 points.
Okay, we're going to turn to page 305. You walk around the motionless wyvern and start to rummage through its lair and surrounding debris. You find a gauntlet made of plate iron, a throwing knife, 10 gold pieces, and a gold ring. You put the knife and the gold pieces in your backpack, so you've got a throwing knife and 10 gold pieces. You can now either decide to try on the gauntlet, try on the gold ring, or leave the items and head north along the path.
Right, okay. The Infinity Gauntlet or the Lord of the Ring?
What do you think, guys, in the chat? Gauntlet or
Yeah.
ring?
I'm going to leave this one to the chat this time because I've made all my decisions just about.
Gauntlet or ring?
Ninja says Gauntlet.
Okay. Phoenix agrees.
Okay.
Oh, I was ready for singing Frozen. Oh, there he is. He's back.
Ah.
That was a random pick. Personally, I'd leave him, but that's me.
I could do with some help considering where I'm at. I'll go with the Gauntlet.
Okay, Gauntlet, page 374. You slip the gauntlet onto your hand and take hold of your sword. Slicing the air with it, you feel more than usually skilled with your weapon. You now possess a gauntlet of weapon skill, which will allow you to add 1 point to all future dice rolls when computing your attack strength. So now you're up to 10 skill.
Oh, good.
You can now try on the gold ring if you want to, or head north along the path.
Will the gold ring hinder me more? Let's... Do I dare risk it? I will continue on the path.
I don't know. He's been very lucky. He's been very lucky to still be alive. Continue on north along the path.
Hello, Shed.
Turn to page 360. He's been close though. Been very close.
Oh, where is this hammerhead?
He's got if you're just joining us, Ready for Singing is my adventurer today. He's currently looking for a warhammer to take to a village. He's got the handle but not the head, so we're still looking for a hammer head. But he's done very well. He has had a potion of teleportation, so he did get very close to the end without anything that he needed, and we teleported him back to almost the beginning. So he's kind of going through a lot of this for the second time. Walking along the narrow path, you suddenly hear the sharp crack of a twig breaking and the whispering of low voices. You draw your sword and wait anxiously with your back to a large oak tree. Then from behind the trees opposite you step 4 men and a woman dressed in green tunics. Each looks menacing, and they stand with swords and axes in their hands. The young woman steps forward and tells you that you're trespassing on their territory. You must pay a levy of 5 objects from your backpack, or face the consequences. Do you wish to give them what they want, or spit on the ground in response and fight them? You knew it! You knew the merry men would be here, and made Marion too, yes! You just knew it. So, do you want to give them what they want, or spit on the ground and fight them?
I will not show any disrespect to them, so I will give some items.
Okay, page 279. You're too nice. Too nice. You must treat all the items in your backpack as single objects, including your gold pieces. So each gold piece is a separate item. and you need to give them 5 items. So
Well,
you could just give them 5 gold pieces if you have them.
indeed. Well, I don't want to risk using anything else in my backpack that I haven't used yet. I have my key, my levitation, my headbands, and my clay hand and my throwing knife. So I will place 5 gold coins, and I think that leaves me with 7.
Okay, and we're going to turn to page 246. So you give them their coins. Head to 246. The bandit woman, we'll call her Marion for now. She takes the items from you and steps back to let you pass. You head north again and soon notice the trees beginning to thin out on either side of the path. Eventually the path leads out of the trees and into a ploughed field. You are out of Darkwood Forest. Turn to page 204. The path leads through the field to a stone bridge and over a clear stream. Beyond the bridge are the small cottages and wooden huts of a village. A sign on the bridge reads Stonebridge. You cross the bridge and see 2 old dwarves with long white beards standing by a cottage looking at you. Do you have the hammerhead and handle with the letter G inscribed in them?
No.
You must head to page 381. Just a reminder, everybody, this will end his journey as he enters Stonebridge. Oh no, you have failed your quest to help the dwarves of Stonebridge. Being unable to face the King Gillibran, you decide that you're going to leave and rest after your perilous journey, and perhaps one day you may try again. But worse than that, they say to you, just the handle. Just the handle. Get out of here! Boo! Get out of here! They're gonna boo you out, and they're gonna help you with rotten vegetables. Get out! Boo! And you're like, please, I'm very tired and weary. Have you got a B&B you can put me up in? And they just boo louder. They boo louder. And a little kid comes up and kicks you in the shin. You're a disappointment. Get out of here, mister. Lettuce, tomatoes. You run away back into the forest. Back into the forest with you. And
I feel more safe in the forest.
And nighttime happens, and you feel more alone than ever before. Your journey ends here, alone in the forest. Hit him with your stick handle. You bloody bugger.
My batty stick.
You're not gonna bash a child though. No.
I would not.
No. So, ready for singing, I am very sorry to say that your adventure has ended. I can probably stop the timer now. Needless to say, you did not win. Only 2 people have made it out with the hammer. If it kicks me, it gets whacked. Meeps. Of course. Yeah, I wouldn't be having it. Yeah, well done, Ready for Singing. Can we get some claps in chat? Everyone give Ready for Singing a clap. They did very well.
Thank you.
So Ninja Monkey, your title is safe. Ninja Monkey stays at the top of the leaderboard there. We've got 3 more adventurers. 3 more adventurers this season. We've only got 3 more adventurers left this season. Good show.
Thank you.
All we need to do is see if either of those 3 adventurers can also find the hammer and make it to Stonebridge. Otherwise, Ninja Monkey will win the season. And just a reminder that seems to be my phrase today. Just a reminder, guys, that the winner will win the book. And I've also ordered some of my merch stickers So they will get the book and some stickers as well. Cool. So thank you so much for taking the time today, ready for singing.
Oh, thank you so much for having me along.
How did you find your first fighting fantasy adventure?
Oh, it was so exhilarating. It's so thrilling. Would have loved to have ended it on more of a high, but you know what? I had some pretty blooming good luck throughout the battle. So,
You do.
and I defeated a what was it? A lichen, a wyvern, a wyvern.
Wyvern, yeah.
I defeated a wyvern.
You did. It's been grand to watch. Thank you, Quest Junkies.
Oh, thank you, Quest. Yeah, I didn't dead it.
You didn't dead it. So that's the thing. No one's died this season. No one's died. Ninja Monkey did get paralysed, but then he was resurrected and he managed to complete his journey. So let me give you a shout out. Remind everyone who you are on Twitch and what you do here and when they can find you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you very much. The forest is a safer place.
Cool. So when are you streaming next and what will you be streaming?
Probably tomorrow night. I will be delving into the room 2 again. It was as you experienced yesterday. It's a good little puzzle / escape room with a lot of hidden details and a lot of puzzle solving. It's very thrilling. Very good fun.
Really good. So if you like sort of point and click kind of puzzle games, go and check out Ready for Singing tomorrow. I watched him last night. It was very very good, and he does like really cool like accents as well. Really good voices. Yeah, so definitely check that out. Better than my dwarf voice.
Your dwarf voice was very enjoyable.
It's UK time zone again, Monkey. So yeah, what time will you be on tomorrow? Do you think? You stream in the evenings, don't you? So.
Possibly 6 p.m.
Yeah.
But if Quest Junkie has, not Quest, if Ninja Monkey has given me a follow, then he should get a notification when I'm going live. But yeah, 6 p.m. GMT.
Wicked.
Most of the time.
Nice one. Awesome. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Maybe we'll see you again next season. Maybe.
I would be very happy to try my luck again.
Next season is going to be way more deadly. Way more deadly. I've been going through the book and I've died 3 times already. But I need to go through it. I need to go through it and make sure that it's actually a good adventure and that it's achievable in some sort of way.
Well, just with today's stream, I'm very tempted to try and seek out a book myself.
Ooh,
It was massively enjoyable.
You can find them in a lot of charity shops. And they're quite cheap. I think they're like £7 on I get mine from, well, this one's a charity shop one, but I've actually started to buy mine from Game Tea, which is like an independent UK company. Should be getting that notification. Cool. Excellent.
Oh, thank you, Ninja Monkey.
Giving you a follow. Wicked. So thank you, everybody. That's it for today. I don't usually raid at the end of these streams because this is quite different from everything else that's out there. So I am going to raid because JJ Levy has been an adventure on this show and he's doing a stream. Let me just check that he's still on. He's doing a stream for his 1-year anniversary, so he is celebrating today. If he's still on, we're going to go and raid him because he's a good friend of the show and he is he's doing Minecraft at the moment. But his Minecraft streams, he's probably doing something crazy like Bridgerton in Minecraft. We're going to go and raid Joe because he's a good friend of the show. He's amazing. I love him. If you enjoy me, I think you'll enjoy Joe. And he's celebrating 1 year on Twitch, 1 year of streaming. So we're going to go and send the love over to Joe. But for now, we're going to say goodbye to Ready for Singing and hope to see you next season.
Again, thank you for having me and thanks everyone for watching me stumble and fumble.
Thank you so much for taking the time today. Because without adventurers, there's no show. There's no show.
Thank you so much for letting me play.
No worries. Bye, Ready for Singing.
Bye.
Aw, lovely. So, we're going to go and head over to Joe. I'm just going to close that. I'm going to leave you all with some nighttime forest. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for everyone. It's been a great stream. Like, we've had some lovely people come over, people who've not been here before. So I'm hoping if you are new today and it's your first time watching, I'm really hoping that you enjoyed it. And maybe you'll come back next week and see another adventurer take on the same adventure. Let's go and raid Joe. As always, thank you to Sirenscape for letting us use these amazing sounds. I hope I did them justice. And what else? I don't know. Thank you for Ready for Singing. Oh, also, go and check out my YouTube. There's way more of me if you liked what I did. go and check me out on YouTube. Also, go and buy some merch. Go and buy some merch. Or just check it out. Just go and have a look. But we are going to raid. Raid Joe, J. Levy. And enjoy the rest of your Saturdays. What am I I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons tomorrow! Yes! We started Candlekeep Mysteries. And I'm gonna, just on a private game, away from stream, I'm actually playing D&D tomorrow. I'm so excited. And generally just having a lovely chill Sunday. So I'm gonna go for a walk now because it's really sunny here. Yeah, I've created a new character. I've created a little gnome artificer called B. And we just started. What kind of little gnome artificer. Yeah, it's cool. But yeah, I'll see you guys. What do I usually? How do I usually end these things? I can't remember. I've been character creating whilst watching your super nice one. I'm also hoping to create some sound sets and stuff, just some maybe some community sound sets for Candlekeep maybe, because I like to have them for myself. So, but yeah, enjoy my walk. I'm gonna get out of all this black. Get out of all this black and go for a walk. Catch you guys soon. Oh yes, me. I love that. I don't know what it means, but I love it. Thank you. Oh, cheers, my darlings. Oh, we're raiding in 5 seconds. Bye.